wrong sometimes.
Labortis celerisque fermentum dui forcibus in.
No, stop.
Wait, FLR is being stupid. I gotta call him out on how wrong he is.
What did he say?
He says that I was dead wrong on the Linux scheduler and how programs are run. The Minecraft server was slow because of how it was written, and the JM, he means JVM, and it's garbage collector. So what he's talking about is into the JVM world, there's a almost stop the world garbage collector. And
Wait,
what
does
it
this guy,
is-
does he know a lot about programming? Does it sound
I don't
like
know.
it?
I
The
don't
only
know.
reason I'm saying that is because I've read that exact same thing a million times about the reason why Minecraft is so slow is because the garbage collector is actually what slows it all down. But I've read that explanation. I don't know what it means, but sorry, I'm just giving you context there. Maybe he read that.
Yeah. I know. I mean, I know exactly what it means. Instructions are not read one by one, which is wrong, but executed in parallel, where applies, also wrong. You were being a huge douche, mocking regular people while being super wrong. Well, first of all, I'm exactly right on the Linux scheduler. That's how programs are run. There is, when it comes to threading specifically, there is a scheduler, and each thread is given a set amount of execution time, and if it doesn't complete in that time, it's descheduled. So if you max out a thread on a computer, that doesn't necessarily mean that one process is doing everything it needs to do. But when you have one thread max, that means that you are CPU starved, and that exacerbates problems like garbage collection. Because what happens is if you don't get as much execution time and you have paused the world garbage collection, you're spending more of your compute time doing garbage collection than you are actually doing what you need to do. But Minecraft doesn't suffer as much from garbage collection on the server side because it's written in such a way that the assets that need to be allocated are actually off heap. So if you run if you're on a Minecraft server, you'll see that there's a bunch of fucking processes that are outside the JVM that are running that's off heap memory, where shit is allocated using JNI, which is the Java native interface, which interacts directly with C code. A lot of that happens in Minecraft.
Wrap it up, Domi.
It runs just fine.
No one cares about Linux.
Yeah, okay. But execute in parallel. I mean, instructions can't be executed in parallel. It's a fucking video game. There's some stuff that happens concurrentently in terms of message handling, but at one point in time, there's a game state. That game state is handled by a single thread. I don't know. You're being weird.
Why the hell are we talking about garbage?
Someone wants to know, why the hell are we talking about garbage?
True.
Is there any, there's no one in chat that does this mod pack. I'm literally on my own. Never mind. Don't worry, guys. All right. This is what we wanted. This is the Minecraft experience we came for, so never mind. What did I just hit? Like Kebab is here? Like Kebab, why is it that I was down in the bottom left of this map and there was not a Craig Rock Tower or whatever? I can explain garbage collection to you fairly soon. No, I'm good. Thank you though. I don't know how relevant this is to my life right now. This area is so cancer white. Yeah, I'm trying to, technically I have what I need to just move on, but I want to get it for Mr. Mooten too. Since he's putting all the work into getting through the mod pack. If I'm going to do like all the side stuff, I feel like I should get stuff for him as well.
Fleur's asking if I know what a MOV instruction is. Of course I do. That's where you take the memory over volume and you instruct it to move to a new volume. Basic stuff.
Do you think understanding fundamentals makes you a better, more abstract, I'll say programmer in this case? So for instance, would working a little bit with assembly before learning a formal language like help you be a better programmer? Or do you think that as long as you know the abstraction well enough that the underlying shit is just fun but doesn't actually help at all?
That's a really interesting question.
I think so. At least that was my education.
So I think it really depends on what you're trying to do and what sort of software you're trying to write.
Okay, makes sense. If you just want to create a cool website for some friends or whatever, then maybe not as important. But if you're trying to push a machine to like its limits, like the roller coaster type, well, that's not fair because he actually made it in assembly, right? I guess it's a little different. But like if you're
so when you're writing something in assembly, you're very directly writing to specific pieces in memory and writing instructions that sort of run in a way where you have to think about things on a very very abstract level, perhaps too abstract for most people to interact with reasonably, right? So like if you are tracking a value in assembly, you can't just create a variable that holds the reference to that memory. You have to actually know the register that you've written that memory to, and then if you wanted to reference that memory before, you'd have to like define certain registers, and like it's a lot to keep track of in terms of abstracting things outside of the program that you can't directly write within the program.
Sure.
But now when you go to write like your stupid shitty website, and you reference your variable or your class, and you have everything abstracted in a way that is more reasonable, I think it allows you to get more at the heart of the problem that you're trying to solve.
Hey buddy, thank
and so
you
when you're
for
writing
all the
code in
streams later.
assembler,
You've really kept me entertained
you're usually
and happy.
writing
Love
for
you,
hardware,
buddy.
and so it makes more sense there to be writing that way. But taking those concepts and then trying to apply them to something like a website, I think in most cases doesn't actually help you a lot. And in fact, you may reach for things that feel correct, knowing those fundamentals. Like, if I unroll this loop, it'll be a little faster. But that may not necessarily help you in doing what you're trying to do, which is make a website.
Gotcha. Okay.
So, like, if your goal is to like make a website, I don't think learning assembly can help you make a website. Now, there may be aspects in your career where you come across specific types of problems, where knowing those fundamentals may give you more tools to work with, may give you more approaches to solve an option, but that's true of nearly any concept in computer science. So like if you knew about a very niche data structure,
You
like
could
a
draw
stochastic.
inspiration or something from that for some problem or whatever.
Yeah. You have more tools. So I think I would say less on fundamentals and more on just, when it comes to software, having a very open mindset that is willing to just learn things for the sake of learning them. So the fundamentals are like a good place to start, and I would encourage people to learn them, but I don't think they're specifically more useful than learning any other aspect. Fundamentals being like lower level. I guess I wouldn't even say fundamentals because like, there's a bunch of computer science fundamentals that have nothing to do with lower level computing. But lower level computing is something that can be useful sometimes to some people. Yeah. I don't know. It's hard to know
What you'll need to know or something, or
it's very hard to know what you'll need to know.
Unfortunately.
Like one thing that I do, so like I work with very high throughput systems that parse and ingest lots and lots of data. And when we build these systems, we have to spend millions of dollars potentially spinning up millions of dollars worth of compute in the cloud. It's very costly, it's very expensive. And so if we get into a problem space where no one has done something before, like we can't just point to another model and be like, this works. Essentially, it's like, what do your engineers know? And based on what they know, can they sort of approximate how things are going to work? And so just knowing a bunch of random shit, the more random shit you know, and the more you just like to dig in and figure shit out, the more likely chance that you
unironically, like a house episode where
like,
you might just know like the random piece of information that would connect something and allow you to do something because you've seen it somewhere else before.
Yeah. And that happens a lot, actually.
One thing, in terms of reinventing the wheel, one thing that I think a lot of people don't understand, it scientifically, but they also especially don't understand it creatively, is that like a lot of being really good at something or really creative or really intelligent is actually just your ability to just fucking copy other people. Like to be able to understand a concept or a problem that somebody else has solved and then to take that solution and apply it to something else is like so much of what like art Or I'm sure, well, I know for like programming and stuff too, it's like, it's not always like, can you spin something up creatively off the top of your head instantly? Can you start? It's more like, can you see a solution somewhere else and apply the solution to this in a manner that like makes sense and is appropriate for the application? Or I feel that way. Do you feel that way?
I do. Yeah. I really.
You got really quiet, so I don't know if you're gonna be like, actually, I totally fucking disagree. Like, I have never looked at a Stack Overflow page my entire life. I only do creative solutions, everything.
No. I think the engineer who reaches too much into his own mind is probably doing things wrong most of the time. Like, if you're not, like, I like to think of it as like, I just have a brain, and my brain is like really good at reaching out and finding things that are sort of related, and then like conjuring up a solution that includes all of these tangentially related things.
Yeah.
And there's some people who are really good at like seeing a problem and then fixing the pieces together in a problem in a way that doesn't really rely on outside ideas. Like they've just sort of they have their own ideas and they've conjured them in their head. And I think that's useful in some aspects and some problemscapes. But I think it's a little outdated. I think it's like an outdated model of thinking when it comes to software, because we have so much fucking software to leverage that if you're not like reaching into the aether and seeing what other people have done and modeling however you've written your software after successful pieces, you're kind of like drastically fucking yourself over. Also, FLR is getting a little spice there.
Do you know what that?
He's really mad.
Wait, do you know what his name means?
No,
Oh,
I don't.
It's fuck Linus Red. That's who that guy is. So that's probably why he's mad at you.
That's pretty cool.
You have
You
an
couldn't
answer
tell
to
me
it.
what cache is. You don't know what a branch misprediction is. You don't know shit. And no, I'm not okay. This guy is so tired of breaking me. CPU cache is pretty cool. Branch misprediction is pretty cool. But what you don't understand is that even though those instructions are running in parallel on the CPU level, the JVM doesn't run instructions in parallel. To the JVM, each instruction is run one after the other, one piece of bytecode after another. You're really tripping over details here to try to make yourself look right, but you're just wrong. If the JVM executed bytecode out of order, then it wouldn't fucking work. Like instructions execute in parallel within the context of the JVM. Like what happens on the CPU doesn't matter, because the CPU, if it's executing instructions in parallel, is ultimately returning, right, a single instruction back to the memory that called the instruction from the CPU. If it's moving data from one register to another, if it happens in parallel or not, the upper abstraction that called that command compiles to x86-84. Wow.
Hey, if you want to argue with him, drag him in, okay?
You know what? Drag him in. Get him in here.
If he wants to join.
Get him in here. Bring him on.
Do any of my weapons one-shot these guys? No? Definitely no.
It is a JIT compiler. It doesn't run bytecode. What do you? Okay, you know what? No, he does. He doesn't get it. Bring him in. Bring him in. Just bring him in.
Bring who in?
FLR. He wants to have a programmer debate.
Was that Doug or Dan?
That's me.
That's Dan.
Oh, Dan, we have something exciting for you.
What?
A guy in chat wants to debate Linus Red, so.
Okay. I'm on my phone's internet, so I might go robot and I might
Oh.
disconnect.
Wait, are you on a hurricane right now, or
Yep.
are you okay?
So far.
Are the alligators gonna get you?
Nope. Maybe crocodiles. So guy's name is FLR. That's who it is?
That's
Yeah.
who it is.
Stands for fuck Linus Red. It runs
Hey,
bytecode
loser.
temporarily.
How are you gonna say that you know more shit than this guy if you can't even figure out how to go on fucking Discord, dog?
While we're waiting for him to figure out Discord, did you follow the drop?
There he is.
Follow the
I
what?
think.
It
It
Oh,
could
he's
be
here.
someone else.
Wait, follow the what?
Wait, is this him?
Wait, stop.
And
FLR. I don't care what your name is. I need you to type in chat so I know it's you. Type in main chat, say, I love Dan. Do it right now or you're getting kicked.
Wait, what did you say real quick, Doug? Follow what?
I was going to ask Linus if he followed the whole Shadow app controversy in Iowa. Not so much about the whole who won what or whatever, but I'm curious what his thoughts were on the creation and building of the app. Like, famously, its design documents got leaked out and people started making fun of it being drag and drop codes like that. I'm curious what your thoughts were, because like I've had conversations with people about hundreds of different ways to design this application. And I'm always fascinated by like a different perspective on how to build this, or for that matter, if it even should have been built at all.
I mean, I think it was a pretty useless application, but the problems with that application were just that they
All right,
contracted it out.
chill
to
out,
a
Doug and
random
Linus.
company.
Let's get this fight going, all right?
Is the guy
I don't
actually
think
in
it's
here?
FLR.
Yeah,
I mean, I guess.
Okay.
I don't know if it's him, though. He hasn't typed in
Yeah, he
chat.
hasn't
that
typed
he'd love
anything.
to.
I typed in general. What are you talking about?
He
All
typed
right,
in the
whatever.
Discord.
Just go. I don't
Yeah,
give a
whatever. Fuck it.
Linus
We
Red
got
is
this.
stupid and a dumb idiot.
What is the name of the political power book you
Politics
talked
is for
about
power.
earlier?
Yep.
Is that all we got?
Wow.
Wait, he called him dumb? Was that it?
He has no idea what he's talking about at all.
All right, then fucking say it or you get permabanned from everywhere. Go. Make your case.
Don't permit. I just changed my name to FLR, dude.
Oh
I'm
my
not a pro.
God,
I have no
Dan, are
idea
you
about
serious?
computers.
All right, he's gone. Banned.
I think he left.
Has it?
He
Has
didn't-
it?
Oh, he left, yeah.
Has this changed, Linus? Or my understanding is based on oh fuck, there was a really interesting paper. I think it was out of the University of Texas. I don't remember, but basically, the takeaway that I've had between that and watching a few of like little hacker cons or whatever is that basically every single that's not an exaggeration. Basically, every single device that is like not a computer or a cell phone has borderline non-existent security. That like incredibly basic cyber attacks are possible on basically every single thing that has a computer in it. That's not a like cell phone or like something running like a normal OS or whatever. So for instance,
What type of device are you talking about?
like cars.
Yeah, yeah. So I'd say there's a couple aspects of what you said that are there's some more true than others. I'm no cybersecurity expert. I mean, I know tangentially as much as anyone who has to write secure software would know. But the fact that, like, okay, if you give someone like a random car, like of choice that was produced in the last year, and you tell them to like hack the car, right, like, get into the car, the number one avenue that any hacker is going to go to first is like social, right? So like get the creds that exist to like update the car from a guy who works at the automotive company through like some social engineering, and then access the car that way. Like that's like off the top of any hacker's head. Like you go read a Kevin Mitnick book or whatever the fuck. Like they're going to social first before any type of hardware stuff, unless it's like shit that's very well documented and known.
Sure.
So in that aspect, yes, I do feel like in some ways, all devices are vulnerable because all devices normally have some kind of socially exploitable aspect that can give you access. Now, from a purely technological perspective, it's a little more tricky to answer. Now, like if you're talking about every device everywhere, I don't think that's totally true. I think there are some devices, embedded devices, non-network devices that are reasonably secure. Like, you know,
I think when you said non-network device, so the thing that it seemed to be the case was that so many things today are including things like Bluetooth, for instance, ways to connect to them wirelessly, and that the security protocols on almost all of these things. I think like, so for instance, I think in this paper they did like types of like buffer overflow attacks on like pacemakers, on things that you would think would be like there's just like the security on a lot of this stuff was just like literally non-existent. It was like kind of surprising.
Yeah, I think for things like pacemakers or anything with connectivity to the outside world through like an app, those things are probably not secure from a hardware perspective. Now, I think being able to do an attack on something like that would be pretty difficult. Like if you're targeting a president of the United States or something and you want to like kill them by hacking their pacemaker, like that's a possibility, but I don't think it's, you know, if FLR's back. I'm on a phone, so is my laptop. How do you bring me in? Just hop in a channel. Just hop in like general lobby or something. But yeah, I mean, I think those devices are extremely exploitable, and it'll continue to be the case that they're exploitable. But they're not so exploitable that like any hacker running onto the laptop can just start breaking into them, right? It's going to take some very concentrated effort, and you obviously need proximity for something like that. You probably need proximity for something like a car.
The car one you didn't, because the fuck, what was it? The stereos or something, the built-in stereos for a lot of these cars allowed cellular connection, so you could execute these same types of like buffer overflows like at whatever the cellular connectivity range would be. And then the way that these overflows would work, because all of the systems were so heavily integrated and there was no separation, if you compromised the stereo, you could use that to compromise the car's like the primary ECU of the car. So from a stereo buffer overflow attack executed via like cell phone connection, like you could like open the throttle completely and like drive a car into like a wall, or like control the steering wheel, because it's all like stuff like that. It seemed like really insane.
Yeah, I mean it's cars have incredibly complex software systems with like millions and millions and millions of lines of code, and the standard that software is written is not up to like the same that like a plane's software would be, right?
For sure.
Like we don't have code that is statically checking itself to ensure that everything's like secure and good to go. So I would absolutely believe that if you were to use a buffer overflow, which is basically writing instructions into the CPU by overflowing a memory buffer and inserting your own line of instructions and then getting that code to jump to your own code that you've inserted into memory through that overflow. Like if you could, like, if there's a vulnerability in the car and you can connect remotely to it, then yeah, you like there's no way anything in that car is process segregated, and it's probably running like Linux and everything's running under root, and it's like fucking shitty and bad.
Do you know where we stand at right now in terms of like car ECUs being copyright protected? Did you ever hear any of that? Basically, the idea would be that, like, I don't remember if this had gone to court or they were talking about taking it to court or if it already was, like, a done deal. But basically, the idea was, like, are you familiar with the term, like, chipping your car?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you flash the ECU to change, like, timings on the engine and whatnot, give it more different performance. People were saying that, that theoretically Ford could sue you for, like, copyright infringement because they have, like, a copyright on the code and you're, like, redistributing it in a way that's not authorized by the license of, like, owning the car or whatever. Fuck, I don't know if anyone in chat, you could probably Google it. I don't know if that had, like, been, like, that's settled law, like, you just can't do that, or where we're at on that, but it was a interesting concept. Kind of goes into the kind of, like, the right to repair-ish stuff, where, like, how much do you really own a product, you know?
Yeah, I'm very much in the camp of, like, if I buy the hardware, I should have absolute access to do whatever I want with the hardware. Now, the car thing is a little different because, you're driving a potentially deadly weapon. And so, like, being able to regulate somewhat what a user is allowed to change the code that makes that deadly weapon function seems like a reasonable position to have. But at the same time, it sets, like, kind of a weird precedent for everything else. So...
How do you stand on the Apple Fortnite thing? Apple Fortnite, Google Play, Epic Games, I should say. But
yeah, I mean, I'm pretty solidly in the camp of if I own the hardware, I should be able to run whatever software I want to run on there.
So you side with Epic Games on that, or?
So I don't know if I would side with Epic Games in the way that they want to be sided with, because they were going around the App Store to try to do that, and the way that they were going about it was
Was
What
like
Destiny
violation
is
of the terms
talking
of
about is
service,
pivoting
like
and
to write
privilege
software for
escalation
the
in
device.
regards
well, yeah, but like
to the
that, the
car
point was
example.
it was a manufactured case, right? Like they were just doing something to
Yeah.
try to get this case. Yeah, so that was
Yeah, but what I'm saying basically is just that. Well, I believe that I should be able to run any software I want on my iPhone. I actually think that Apple itself has a right to its operating system, and it has a right to its APIs, and it has a right to all that shit. So, like,
when you
if someone
say
could,
a right to its operating system, what does that imply? What do you mean by that?
I mean that Apple, I believe that Apple, being the proprietor of their proprietary software, the operating system, should have some amount of say into what kind of software and how the software developers interact with that piece of software. But what I don't think but I think it should be possible that if I own an iPhone, I should be able to run like Linux on my iPhone, no problem, and load whatever software I want on there.
Doesn't
but
that
it's-
seem?
it's-
Doesn't that seem like a little bit like if we think of this on a pragmatic level? Doesn't that seem so?
Oh, from a pragmatic level, yeah, it doesn't
like
make
it's so
sense at all.
prohibitive that you're basically giving them exclusive control over the hardware anyway, right? Because realistically,
But I mean, think of it this way: it's the same. It's the same. So if we think about it in the other way, we're like, okay, anyone should be able to run software on their iPhone like however they want, right? It's like, let's say that Apple goes, okay, yeah, that's fine, but we have like we have an app store set up, and if you don't want to use our app store, then you can't you can't load software into our thing. So you have to sign up for a developer account, and you have to sideload these applications, right? And like that is also so prohibitive where I can't see like people setting up developer accounts to do this stuff.
Yeah.
But that allows sort of the same level of access as I think like being able to install Linux on your iPhone would.
Sure. Well, so that like my question is basically, I'm not in favor of like side loading. Well, I guess unless you no. So unless you define side loading as like, should there be other app stores that exist? Would be like the question, right? Would you define that as side loading or?
That would be side loading. I would define other app stores as side loading.
Really? Okay. My understanding of like, or I guess when somebody says side loading, to me it implies a much more arduous process of like getting like a, what is it, like an SPK or SDK or whatever, and like doing all the install and everything yourself, as opposed to just like downloading the Epic App Store and then just doing that. I guess I guess maybe that by definition is side
Yeah,
loading.
I mean, I guess the way that I see it is that Apple has an app store, right? And like, if you were to download the Epic App Store from the App Store, I mean, Apple is hosting an ungodly amount of services and software that they've invested their time into, and I think that they should have control over what software is allowed to be distributed because of that.
Well, I can
I
understand
just-
distributed
but I
on their
don't- but I
app store,
don't
but
think-
why on your phone? Why should they have such a big control over like your phone?
I don't. Well, here's the thing. I don't think they should have big control over the piece of hardware. I bought the hardware.
Yeah.
But the software it's software as a service, right? Like the App Store doesn't function unless Apple's servers are running. They have their
Go on,
They have
sorry,
their-
sorry.
they have their own system of like an ungodly amount of effort that's gone into making it so that I can take my Apple account, log into the Apple Store, and download my software. That I feel like if Epic Games wants to have an Epic Game Store, it certainly shouldn't be allowed through the App Store. Or I feel like rather Apple should certainly have the right to say whether or not that's available through their App Store.
Sure, I understand that. That's not
but
the
they should be able to. But there should be some way to get it onto the iPhone itself.
Yeah.
Now I'm a little hesitant to say that it should be like on the operating system because again, so much of the operating system on iPhones is basically like a thin client, and so much happens on Apple servers that like I'm almost in the camp of where like Apple should be able to do whatever they want. It's their fucking OS, and they can do what they want. It's proprietary software. But the hardware, like if I want to put other shit on my phone, I should be able to. It just means I wouldn't be using their OS. Side loading is where you would like install something onto their OS going around the App Store. And I don't know where I stand on that. It's hard. I need to think about it more because that has a lot of very scary connotations
And
for
if I
other
may,
things.
if your rule is like I should be able to do whatever I want with my personally bought hardware, that doesn't it become saying, you know what, we don't sell hardware anymore. We don't sell phones. We lease them. Does that immediately become their strategy?
I mean, I don't like if you're leasing an iPhone. That's like that's where like the Supreme Court needs to come in, right? Because that's really fucking weird.
I mean, it's been talked about as like a response to that kind of strategy if that happened.
Yeah, but I mean, that's where the legal courts would come in and be like, are you really leasing like a piece of hardware that someone is expected to own for all of this time, right? Zealous, I know that sideloading is just installing a random binary on the operating system. What I'm talking about is the difference between loading your own operating system and your own software on the hardware, or being able to load a piece of software you've written for Apple's OS without going through the App Store.
I wouldn't pay too much attention to him. He's a bad guy.
Which guy?
So
Solos.
cool.
He's a bad guy.
No, Android allows you to install APKs. Fine, that's fine. Yeah, I mean it's a difficult position. I'm all for you own your hardware and you should be able to do whatever you want with your hardware. The software gets really tricky legally.
Well, I
don't
guess
know
like it's hard to say like there must be some unification of those concepts because the hardware and the software to 99.99% of the market is inseparable. Nobody buys an iPhone and puts a different OS on it, right?
Yeah, but I think that model of thinking Like that shouldn't be the case. Like I wish it wasn't the case, right? Because I can install Linux on pretty much any Windows machine that exists, no problem, right? Like people have made it work. Why can't I do that on my iPhone too? Like if there needs to exist software alternatives that can run on the same hardware, and there's a need for it, it'll fill itself out. But you can't on an iPhone. There's no way to do any of that because they purposefully create their hardware so that it will not work if it's running anything but iOS. Or at least they try to. There's people that skirt around those. Yeah. But I know, like, if I had to make my meme request, it's like, Epic should be allowed to sideload their software or however the fuck they want, because that's better for consumers than fuck Apple. But Apple should have a say on what's actually on the App Store. But
of course, that's a boring. Everybody agrees with that. Literally, not a single person in the world should disagree with that. Or if you do, you're an idiot. The interesting question is, should there be allowed to be other app stores? That's the hard question.
What is FLR doing?
I don't know. He looks like he's just shitposting. I don't think he's ever.
2 minutes. 1 minute. I'm timed for 2:30 on the server. 3 minutes. I don't know what he's doing. He said, now.
Okay, so this guy is still not in a voice channel. Also, I looked at his Discord. Just want to throw some facts out here. You can make the decision, okay? His name is Bobby Shmurda. He has an avatar of, I think, a rapper. When I Google who this rapper is, his top song, his hit song, I can't say it on here. So I can bring him in here. Just saying, there's maybe 50% or more that an N-word is about to be screamed.
What? Just ban him instantly if he does anything like that.
Okay.
Wait, what? It's up to you, Steven.
Yeah, go for it.
I'm waiting for him to join.
He's in the
Where
bottom
is he?
channel. He's in the bottom channel. Comp sci
Oh my god. I have to drag him
Ohio
up
goes
fucking
Amos
twice.
Destiny.
You're going to right-click his name and send to channel.
All
right,
here he
hello.
is. Hello. Okay, well, that was fun.
You won. Congratulations.
Wait, did he leave?
Yep.
Gotta drag him up again. Hold on. Can you not fuck it up this time, bro?
Yes.
Computer wizard?
Nah, I had to join Destiny's Discord. Can you guys hear me though?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, Linus, can you tell me what is the biggest bottleneck in computing today?
The biggest bottleneck in computing today.
Don't worry, you have time. You have time.
Okay. I'm going to say the biggest bottleneck in computing today is storage.
No, it isn't. It's memory.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
You think that memory is slower than storage?
No, oh my. See, you don't know computer science, dude. You can watch Mike Acton's talk on this. You can read Intel manuals. Getting memory to the cache is the bottleneck because.
Wait, getting memory to the cache?
Yeah, we have
the
main
cache
memory, we
memory?
have cache. The cache is on the CPU. It's much faster, and then we have main memory. So when you're accessing something in a program, the CPU will prefetch. So it'll look at what you're accessing. Before you do it, it'll go get it from the main memory and put it in the CPU cache.
Yeah.
That's the main bottleneck today. Main memory is super slow, and performance today depends on cache. But
Okay, but what if I have to go to my disk? What if I have to go to disk instead of memory?
Well, disk is slow as hell. That's why we have gigabytes of memory nowadays. You load to memory.
Hold on. So we have to go to disk instead of memory, and it's slow as hell. Doesn't that mean that disk?
If you're go look at game programmers. Go look at people who do high performance computing. You have no idea what you're talking about.
Okay.
Disk happens when you need to swap. You don't have memory. We have tons of memory. This isn't 1992. Okay. So when you talk about Java, for example, you talk about a Minecraft server lagging. It's not lagging because the scheduler, that shit happens at an electron level. Shit is being switched up. That type of stuff takes microseconds.
Wait, can you wait?
Go ahead.
Hold on. If there is a pegged CPU, right, on a server, so you have a pegged CPU, and there's in the Minecraft thread that's running on that core, right? Because processes aren't going to be swapping cores. Is on the pegged CPU core. What does that mean in terms of process scheduling?
Dude, process scheduling is not a bottleneck and is not anywhere near as expensive as you think. When some
That's not what I'm talking about.
I remember what started that conversation. Destiny was killing a bunch of owl thingies. The server lagged for seconds at a time. Do you understand? Do you understand what that means? You cannot lag a Minecraft server for seconds at a time with CPUs that can do billions, my friend, of calculations per second. What are you talking about?
That's not what we're talking about. If the Minecraft server is lagging for seconds at a time, right? We both know that's because the JVM is probably garbage collecting, right?
Yeah, what do you think?
But hold on, because you're not quite there yet. Now, if the CPU is pegged at 100%, versus at 50%, and we need to do garbage collection. In which world, our pegged CPU or our non-pegged CPU?
Do you know why garbage collection is slow? Do you know why garbage collection is slow, buddy? Can you explain that to me?
He doesn't know.
The reason why is because you allocate memory all over the heap instead of making one big allocation and divvying it up. If you know custom allocators, which I know you don't, you would understand this. The main reason it's slow is because garbage collection kills cache because you're jumping around memory, and when you do that, you're forcing your CPU to flush the processor cache.
Wait, hold on. Do you think that most instructions that are executed on a Minecraft server are in CPU cache, or that any of the Minecraft server was like a fucking JVM?
How much levels of cache are there? Do you know how much levels of cache
there
are?
There's 3 levels of cache.
Oh my god, right? The L1, the L2, the L3? I remember this.
Okay, where's L2 and L1?
They're on the die, aren't they?
Yeah, where are they? It's a very simple quote. Where are they?
Actually, I don't know.
Yeah, okay.
Aren't they on the die next to the processors?
L3 is shared between all cores. L1 and L2 are core specific. So every core has L1 and L2. L3 is big, slower, but you can cache a lot more shit in it.
Yeah, okay. But when the Minecraft server is executing instructions,
again, do you know CPU? See, here's the thing. CPU
in a Java process.
Okay, remember when we were talking about instructions?
So we're translating. Hold on, we're translating.
Oh,
we're translating Java code to Java bytecode.
You understand how slow bytecode is, right? Bytecode is slow. You have to compile it. You have to compile it at runtime.
Hold on.
You don't run bytecode. Nobody runs bytecode if you're doing anything professional, especially a game. Java has been JIT compiled for like decades.
Yeah.
Are you on crack? I've written virtual machines. What have you done?
Hang on. So when you have like
hold
Java
on.
software,
what the fuck have you done? He's written virtual machines. That was a compelling.
Yeah. This guy's talking about something he clearly doesn't understand. Like, you don't know. Do you know what a virtual? Tell me what a virtual machine is, buddy. Tell me what that is.
Wait, do you even know what a VM? Do you know what a VM is? That's what we call it in the business. Do you know what a VM is?
Yeah. I know exactly what a VM. A VM is a unified length. It is a unified.
Okay, that means you don't know.
Shut the fuck up. It is a unified lower level language.
No, you should have been able to explain it by now.
Many other languages to a common bytecode format. So the Java virtual machine is a virtual set of CPU instructions that automatically get compiled down to, targeting any other set of instructions.
They don't get automatically compiled to anything.
x86
actually, no, they
or
don't. But okay.
ARM or what do you mean they don't get automatically?
So
there's a compiler that is compiling them as the instructions are read directly to x86. That's what JIT is. Wow, that's automatically.
You're explaining.
Do you know how the hotspot works? How many iterations of the hotspot VM have to run before the bytecode is compiled to x86? It's 1,445 times.
Okay, you throw retarded numbers.
Listen,
buddy. Stop interrupting. Hotspot. Wait. Why were virtual machines created?
Oh, why were they created? They were created so that we could write software that could run on different operating
Thank God.
systems
Okay, thank
and different
well, thank
different
God. Thank God
CPU
we know that.
instruction
Okay, fine.
sets
Okay,
as
we
one
have somewhere
common
to
language.
start.
Wow.
We have
Let's just
somewhere to
ask
start.
more trivia about
We have to start.
VMs. Hey,
Okay,
here's
we
a
can start.
question.
We can
Here's a
start.
question.
Okay.
Here's a question. Here's a question.
What?
On what layer? Okay, on what layer of networking does TCP
Don't
exist?
ask me a random ass fucking
I mean, that's
question
kind of what you're
before
doing
Why
here.
are you doing?
On
Wait,
what
wait,
layer of networking
Linus, are you just
does
doing
TCP
trivia time with
exist?
this guy? Can you respond to his questions, please? He was asking a pointed question before. Now you're just doing trivia time.
And I answered all of his pointed questions.
Oh, okay. Why was JIT compiling created? Because it's C can run on everything. Java cannot
JIT
run on
compiling was.
everything.
You want to know why JIT compiling was created? Because when you're executing a fucking slow ass piece of byte code that has to be then read and parsed by other code into a different instruction set, that's slow as fuck. When
I
instead,
literally you took that from me. You didn't.
No, I
just
didn't.
said
He
that.
did type that in chat earlier. I saw that.
oh my god, oh
Bro.
my god, oh my god.
Oh, you know what? You know what?
I'm losing
like,
it.
You purport to be a programmer. Like, how
Yeah.
do you not know instruction level parallelism? You were such a dick about it. Like, oh,
How don't
they
I
don't
know?
execute things in parallel. They do.
If only I
like,
knew.
They literally do.
In the context of the JVM, are instructions executed in parallel?
Why do you see? You don't know what a virtual machine is. Again, the JVM.
Oh,
It took you like an
compiles
hour to explain what a
86
VM was,
before.
and I learned that in my Git programming class. So I mean, yeah.
True.
Like, it compiles to native
Yeah.
machine code. You're saying that, but you don't understand it. So you're saying words, but you don't understand what
Kinda,
they mean.
it feels like you know
That's
like the
why you're
Wikipedia
stumbling.
definitions, but you don't actually like understand the application of them. Linus is, I think, what he's saying.
I think he's saying that
Yeah.
too. I think he's saying that. It's true.
Okay, what did you do? Because you went to university. That's the scary part. Okay, you went
No.
to
It
is
uni.
scary.
What
No,
did
no.
you do?
No, I'm a dropout.
Were you just?
I'm a dropout.
Oh,
Yeah,
that explains
that
everything.
explains a
You should
lot.
have started with that.
Yeah.
You should have started with the dropout.
Yeah. Where did you go to university?
I'm not even in uni yet. I'm just smart enough to learn this stuff by myself. I mean, you don't even know who Mike Acton is.
Yeah,
You're like,
dude.
oh, I'm so smart. You know, I remember when you were shitting regular people, you're like, oh, regular people don't even know that a CPU reads instructions one by one. First of all,
don't.
it doesn't. Second of all, we have abstraction, so you don't need to know how a car works. Why are you a 30-year-old man and saying stupid things like these? You're like a middle schooler. You're like a middle schooler and we learn something.
Do you
I'm
think?
so cool. You guys don't know this. Like,
Do you think that in the context of an operating system, that if an instruction for an executable is executed, that the instructions within that execution of the time that has been allocated by the scheduler are executed in parallel, in accordance with the system calls? Or is it
you
only
don't know
in
what you're
specific?
saying. Okay.
Really?
So we have something called data dependencies. Okay, CPUs
Okay.
have registers. If I'm
Yes.
loading from memory address A into register 1,
Yes.
and I'm loading from memory address B to register 2, these things do not depend on each other. They can be done, in parallel. So they're
Okay.
done in parallel. The reason why
Yep.
this was done was because single core performance got to the point where, okay, we fit as many transistors as we could on a CPU, right? Now we need to find other ways to make this thing fast. Cache was one of them. Instruction level parallelism was one of them. Fucking reordering instructions was one of them. Like,
Okay, wait, hold on.
Yeah.
So I totally follow you. So
Oh,
now
yeah,
if
you do,
I,
right? Uh-huh.
yep. So now if I am
sure.
parsing,
Oh, by the way, the chat was hating on me the entire time. Like, oh, he's trolling.
Oh,
Destiny
yeah.
was about to ban me. Like, bro, I had to join your Discord and then wait.
Hold on.
I was
Hold on.
pissed off. I was
If-
slapping
if-
Marxist around in your YouTube stream, and then I'm like, yo, where the fuck is Linus Red? How do I contact this guy? I said this for days.
So when a CPU is doing instruction level parallelism, on what types of instructions?
I
Does
just
that
said
parallelism
move
happen?
instructions. You don't know what a move. See, the problem is, like, again, word salad. You don't know what move is. What is move? Can you tell me what move is?
Yeah, I do know what moves. If we move
What is it?
EAX, let's move EAX into
What is EAX?
EAX is a register. That's a
Oh!
What is a
Okay.
wait? Do you even know what a register is though? What do you mean by that?
A register.
Oh,
is-
register. Go ahead.
Do you
Go
know
ahead.
do you know what a word is? What's a word? And how big is a word?
What is
in
that? Word
x86?
is like
Yeah.
4 bytes? Or is it 2 bytes? Something I forget.
Oh, he doesn't even know how many bytes are in a word.
I haven't done assembly in a while. Like, don't try to flex on me. You don't know what the fuck a word is, okay? Go ahead.
It's 8 bits. It's 2 bytes.
Wait, 8 bits, 2 bytes?
Wait, 8
You're
bits,
mixing
2
shit
bytes? Wait, isn't 8 bits just 1 byte?
It's 2 bytes.
Oh.
It's 2 bytes.
Oh, see, you're stumbling live. Why were you such a dick? You're stumbling. It's like we're boxing. No, mom, I'm on a stream. Sorry. What is that? One second. Sorry about that.
Oh,
What?
Lena was mom.
Where it's like you challenge me to a fight and then we fight and you get KO'd in the first round. What is this? You're like the most confident guy on the planet, and then boom, I throw a combination, you're out. What's happening?
I
You
don't
got
really-
no chin,
I
no
don't-
speed.
This guy, have you trained under Zerka?
One second. So, Mom, okay, come on. My mom's trying to fight me. Holy shit, I'm making too much noise. Excuse me. But like, yeah, it's just that. But my problem with people
I gotta
like you
ask.
is you're an asshole.
Yeah.
You're a dominant asshole.
Okay, wait, hold on. If in the context of a program executing on the operating system, right? Because these parallel instructions that execute, and I want to make this clear because you're making it out to be something that it's not. These parallel instructions that execute only execute on very specific instructions, right?
Dude,
so if you are, for instance, if you have a TCP buffer that's being parsed over the line, the parts
all
of
the words he knows. Go ahead.
Okay. The parts of that parsing that happen are going to be in parsing and reading the numerical operations, and potentially, but in the case of a TCP buffer, probably not in the parallelism of moving the actual data between the registers, because the order of that data is really important.
You can't do everything at once.
So in the context of
buffers, look.
Well, hold on. So in the context of operating system specific syscalls, it's very rare that between any two instructions that get let's talk about in the context of the JVM. Let's go way up the abstraction pipeline, right? So we're talking about one specific TCP call that gets translated into Java bytecode that gets translated into x86 code, which
You're saying nothing. You're like,
within the context of that.
Let's think about all the things I learned in university.
No. Listen, I'm saying a lot of things.
TCP, HIV. Like, you're not saying anything. Look.
Okay.
What is one of the most common things CPUs do?
Move data around.
Wrong. Produce heat.
Yes, and move data. When you move data, you're not like adding things together, right?
Yeah.
So if you have 16 registers on x86, and you have two little instructions that are moving, you can do those at once. Like, I've repeated this so many times, you're just not getting it. Like, it's not
but let's
syncing.
walk back up the pipeline again, because you seem to be very stuck in
look,
CPU land.
These words again, pipeline.
Yeah,
Like,
the execution pipeline. There's the pipeline of execution between an instruction and actually being executed in the context of the CPU.
It feels like you're just reciting memorized definitions, and you're not listening to how this guy's contextualizing what he's talking about, Linus.
Yeah.
You think so?
Again, what do you know about memory allocations again?
What do I know about memory allocations?
Yeah.
Nothing.
Nothing.
See, even your friends are roasting you, my dude. You've been murdered. You've been murdered live on Twitch. Live.
Is this
You're
Zerka
dead.
with a voice changer and
Like-
some sort of knowledge of computers?
No, fuck.
Actually, I think I've actually talked to this guy before, and I think he got mad.
Because you're an asshole and you're fucking dumb.
Wait. I'm trying to remember why he got mad.
Because you lied about scheduling, you lied about everything.
No. This was before any of that. This was like a long time ago. Hold on, I'm trying to remember.
No. I just found out about you a couple days ago. No.
What was this guy in the comment section
Linus,
before?
come on. Are you doing the thing where you try to say someone else's him so you can straw man him? That's what it sounds like you're setting up.
Yeah. You can't strawman me. This guy has nothing to grasp for. He's grasping at electrons right now. He's trying to find something.
Wait.
Go ahead, buddy.
So you seem to indicate that the parallel execution of processes.
You're still on this, man. I don't know how I can help you.
Well, this is what we're talking about, right?
How do I help you?
How do you help me? So the parallel execution process in the CPU, right, is somehow making it so that the Linux scheduler can't execute things on the same thread.
Okay, do you know what a scheduler does?
Wait. Do you know what? Yes, actually, I've written them. Do you know what the Linux scheduler does?
Now, see, okay, first, well, baby steps, right? Now, I'm gonna introduce myself, not my real name. My personality, I'm not an asshole.
Okay.
Right? I'm a reasonable guy.
Reasonable
so I'm going
guy.
to do something that you can't. I don't know schedulers. I know a very...
Wait, wasn't that... Wait.
I got you.
Wasn't that what this whole conversation kind of started about, though? It had to do with the scheduler or whatever for the Minecraft shit?
No. As in, I'm not an expert. But you
he doesn't know
know
anything.
generally how things perform, and you know generally that, I know the abstract way schedulers perform. You kind of just layer what's it called? You layer what's it called? Fuck, why am I? You layer assembly. So for example, yes,
assembly.
opcodes.
That doesn't sound right to me.
As in, you layer opcodes, so you have like.
Wait, opcodes. Wait, what's an opcode? Wait, hold on. What's an opcode?
What's up, dog?
What's an opcode?
It's a string of bytes that is parsed by the CPU, by the decoder. Why?
Yeah.
So anyway, yeah. So you basically how scheduling works is you layer opcodes. So you have like some opcodes from program A, then after that opcodes from program B, and then opcodes from program C. I know Linux has like a predictive scheduler. I heard of that, but I'm not an expert. But I can admit that at the end of the day, you don't.
But
need
it
to
doesn't.
Be an
It doesn't
expert.
have a predictive scheduler.
Maybe it doesn't anymore, but it used to. I remember the FreeBSD guys talking about how their shit is faster because they don't have it anyway. That was years ago. So again, I'm not an expert. But see,
Wait,
I
so
know
if you don't know how the Linux scheduler works.
No. You don't need to be an expert in.
Well,
like,
hold on. I think in this case, you kind of need to know a little something about the Linux scheduler to talk about the Linux scheduler.
How this
because you're talking about CPU level
how this
execution.
Started. 1 second.
This is
it runs on the CPU, but
kernel level execution.
This
is very different.
It runs on what? Okay. Anyway, look. I know that it's not slow because the way this shit works is that we have multi-threaded applications. We have super fast CPUs. Mm-hmm. If you context switch and it like lags something for seconds, computing is now impossible. Again, fluid simulation, fucking supercomputers, all that shit that requires high performance shit doesn't work. Real-time operating systems, for example, on embedded machines don't work. What you're saying makes no sense. Period. You were like, oh, look, this Minecraft server is crashing. I know what a scheduler is, I think. I'm just going to say that it's because of that, but it's not.
Wait, do you know what a virtual memory space is?
Yeah, isn't that where basically you have like ring 0 and shit, the operating system kind of segments memory into kernel space and user space, etc., etc. Again, I need to learn this stuff. I'm not going to pretend to know everything, but we have something called abstraction. I program for fun. I'm going to program in the future, but I know what I need to know. I know how to make things fast. I know generally how assembly works. I know what I need to know, but you fucking don't. I don't give a fuck how much scheduling.
You do know about generally what you would learn in a microprocessors class in college. I mean, for someone not in taking university.
Wait. Let me talk to chat, guys. Okay. Scheduling takes a millionth of a second. Like context switching takes
that's not the point.
This is
no. Hold on. You're missing the point of why scheduling is important when a CPU is pegged. All right, this is important to understand actually.
If Minecraft was written properly, if it was written to be cache efficient, if it was written to not allocate fucking memory every 3 seconds, if it was written not to have pointer indirections, you would have no fucking problem with that server or the game.
Wait, now you just sound like an optimization Andy. But hold on, because the same problem still applies. Yeah. You sound like an optimization Andy. But hang on.
Yeah, because I write computers. What do you mean? Computer science is the only field where people tell you to not be good at it.
I just want to walk you through this because you actually don't understand it, and it's kind of funny.
I don't understand it.
Yeah. So let's say that Minecraft is optimized as all fuck, right? But the CPU is really slow. Okay.
It's not.
Hold on. In this case, whoa, back up. In this case, we're on a really old ass slow CPU, right? So
that's decades.
I know, but listen, I'm just trying to explain a concept to you that you don't understand.
In 1945, a computer took 45 minutes to fucking decrypt German messages. That means I'm not.
We're talking about the speed of electrons now, Linus. Okay, we're like way past fucking Pentium, 2s. All right, which is what you're trying to use as an example.
Listen. If a CPU is pegged and processes are scheduled on that CPU and there's a queue of things that need to run, what do you think happens to the queue?
But okay, look, the queue.
Okay, wait, hold on. Okay, there's a queue.
This stuff isn't human perceptible. This stuff, like Minecraft and a bunch of other programs, switch in a microsecond, so it looks like it's running in parallel. That's the fucking point.
Scheduling
does not slow Minecraft for seconds. You have no idea.
No. So you're getting it wrong. You're getting it wrong. You're getting it wrong. It's not the scheduling. It is not the scheduling that is a problem. It is the CPU being pegged plus the schedule.
So, okay, what you're really saying here is that
Okay.
Minecraft is hogging all the resources, is slowing everything down, and it's bottlenecking itself. Yeah, that happens. Again, the way Java makes you program makes everything slow. Period.
Wait. So do you? So I write a lot of JVM software, right? I'm a data engineer.
Yeah.
So when we write very fast software, in
It is
Java,
slow. Yeah, it is slow.
It's
Compared
still
to what
pretty
you can
slow,
do in
right?
C, compared to what
It's
you
still
can do in Fortran.
compared to
It's way slower.
But it's more than fast enough, right?
For what you're doing, you're doing. Not for a game where you have a 3D space and you have sound and you have all this shit that you need to take care of.
Wait, wait, hold on. Do you think sound is happening on the? Do you think sound is happening on the server?
What?
Do you think
No,
the
his sound is just like one thing, and you've got like
server.
the 3D space. You've got all these other like really interdependent operations that are like running. Yeah, dude, not just sound.
So your grasping sound is
wait.
dealt with by the CPU. It's one of the things.
Wait, but do you think that the sound executes on the server? Like
Oh
playing
yeah,
sound.
See, I'm not an expert. Again, yes, sound.
Wait, hold on. This is really basic.
No,
like
that
no,
happens
no, it's not. I'm
sometimes.
not a
You
game
get the sound.
developer. What are
You'll
you
get the
talking
sound
about?
effect, and it'll come from the
Oh,
server
boy.
to your
See
computer.
this
Actually,
guy.
that does happen.
This guy. This is what he does. It's like, oh, this is basic. What do you mean? I mean, like,
Yeah,
I
it
know
is.
this. No, I don't actually.
Like the sound executes on the client, not the server.
No, it can come from the
The
server
server only
sometimes.
tells the client
No, but
That's
I
part of
don't-
how people
I
prevent
don't
like
write
hacking on
shitty web.
servers. Yeah, 100%.
I don't
Wait,
write-
have you ever written a client server application in your life?
No, the web is disgusting. I mean, I have, yeah, like the toy
Wait,
one.
hold on.
The web
You're
is
you're
disgusting.
criticizing.
I will never in my life be a fucking web programmer. It's disgusting. It's bad. It's slow. It's just a bunch of shit stacked on top of like each other, like JavaScript and HTML and CSS, which is Turing complete. I'm never doing web programming. Fuck
Wait,
that.
what
You can
kind
do
of
that.
programming do you like to do?
I like to write C code. I like to write that type of stuff. Like,
Okay, but what do you write? When you write C code, what do you write?
Not client
for
server
example.
stuff, obviously.
So you like
I did an
writing-
interpreter.
You like writing interpreters in language.
I like language stuff. Yeah, like I'm writing Alexa right now. Like, yeah, that's what I do. It's just that you're a dick.
Wait. When you wrote your language, what did you use like LLVM or something?
No. First, I wrote an interpreter. Right now, I'm writing Alexa compilers. Are very big things.
What are you interpreting to?
So, what do you mean interpreting to an interpreter?
Yeah,
just
what
interprets.
byte code are you targeting?
That's not what an interpreter. My interpreter doesn't need bytecode. It's not. That's not what interpreters are.
Transpilation?
No. I did this thing I called MISP, where it basically does math for you and it has modules and all that type of stuff. It was just to learn parsing, to learn tokenization, to learn working with tree data structures, all this type of stuff.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
I'm just
pretty
learning.
standard stuff.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
that's pretty cool.
I just don't like the fact that like you just try to one up people like that.
And
It's
you're
like,
so
oh,
smug. And then all you do is you like trivia quiz people when they come on, and you like seems like you don't
know.
understand all the concepts sometimes.
I know. It's just
it's
mad.
you're like those people who like have a gaming PC and think Windows like for techie people. That is you. You
Is
are.
it?
Or like
yes,
you follow
that
like a
is you.
walkthrough to install like Gentoo on like a machine one time in your life, and now you think you're like a Linux god or something.
Like, oh, those Mac OS people are just.
Oh yeah, because you dual boot, you think you know Unix for some reason or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, chat people think that. There are people who literally think that because they're gamers on Windows, they're cool. Like, they're techie. There are people who think this. Sadly. Do you hate Apple? Are you one of those people, too?
Do I hate Apple?
Yeah.
I mean, I have an iPhone, so probably not.
Yeah, but do you have the
Okay,
iPhone
good,
because you like it, or do you just use it for work?
I fucking hate
I like
Android.
it,
I
yeah.
love Apple. I don't like their desktops, but I love their phones.
I mean, I have an Android tablet and an iPhone. I don't know. They're just,
My Android sucks. The whole architecture sucks. Like, you have Linux, then you piss on it with Java, and you have Java APIs to everything, and nothing's ever clean. Nothing's ever put together like the iPhone is, or just one ecosystem.
Wait,
and
do you
everything's
think
tailored.
that native compiled binaries are the way to go? Like, regardless, like you should always be targeting like no runtime, just target native code.
Well, here's the thing. Computers are getting slower and slower every year. It's to the point where you have to fucking buy a new computer just to run like a little bit slower than you did years ago. So that's because people keep writing in managed languages. They use OOP. They have 6,000 fucking classes for everything. Nothing makes sense. They keep allocating memory. They have factories or whatever those things are called.
Yeah.
Like,
Where all,
wait,
like the
do you think-
runtimes are actually like making everything so much slower rather than just having like a consistent. Yeah.
Do you think that we would have software like Discord if everyone was writing C?
No, I don't want you to write C. In fact, there's the languages that are trying to replace C, languages that are more modern.
Okay, so if everyone was writing Rust,
Rust is shit. No, Rust is complete dog shit. Don't talk about
Rust is this
Rust
guy.
isn't the
Man, this guy's
only-
got some crazy programming takes. Wait, what's the replacement language for C?
Okay,
What's the one?
I tried to write a kernel for Rust. I pulled my fucking hair out to compile.
Wait, did you say
so
you tried
slow.
to write a kernel for Rust?
Yeah, just a little operating systems project because I did a really like simple one, like dead simple Hello World type of bare metal OS on C, and I tried to do it in Rust because I'm like, oh, it's modern, and it looked like shit. It barely ran. Like the language doesn't give you the power to drop down low level and do it.
Wait, it literally does. It's called unsafe.
No, but then you have this one ugly ass language that takes 30 minutes to compile, and you have this other ugly ass language that you need to learn as well, and so you have the textbooks.
Wait. What's the other ugly ass language that you need to learn?
There's unsafe Rust. Yeah. This ugly ass fucking Rust is ugly as
okay,
well.
but what's the sick modern language that's going to replace C?
There's Jai. I don't know if you heard of that. It's coming out. It's not out yet. Jonathan Blow. Yeah,
you haven't heard of it.
Wait. Are you talking about Jonathan Blow's game programming language that has a runtime that's specifically made to write games?
This doesn't have a okay.
It literally has a runtime.
Yeah, but he's talking about eventually being able to do bare metal. It's gonna happen. I'm saying that it's a replacement to C. It has metal.
Wait! I get it now. I've discovered it. You just watch Jonathan Blow's streams and parrot his stupid bullshit. This is all Jonathan Blow bullshit.
Jonathan Blow is. Have you seen that guy's compiler? It's one of the fastest on the planet. He's barely done shit with it. What are you talking about? Rust literally took like a minute to compile simple shit for me. I was like, what the fuck is this?
Wait, I think Jonathan Blow is one of the worst software engineers.
Wait, how can you? Wait. How can you honestly say that? You understand like how far he's come with his like new framework.
He's one of the most successful indie game developers like ever. What are you talking about?
He's written some of his own entire runtime. Like, what are you talking about? How he's just like a
this guy rivals Carmack. I mean, he's written such intense games.
Carmack
like
agrees with him. You know that.
Braid and The Witness.
Yeah, you realize that Carmack is on the record talking about how ingenious this guy is.
Hey, buddy. Carmack has a team behind him. Why are you making things? Jonathan Blow is like one dude with a couple other
one-man
people
shop.
Something.
Yeah, but imagine if he had a whole team behind him, like the shitheads that write like Windows and Android shit. Like, imagine how much more he could accomplish.
Wait. Do you think
Windows is fucking dog shit? Go ahead.
Do you think that Jonathan Blow? Do you think that when he was writing Jai, he was like, man, I just wish that languages were super duper fast and good? Or do you think that he was like, I just want to write a good game programming language?
You know what the point of that is, right? It's for productivity.
Yeah.
It's for not wanting to kill yourself. It's for fast compile times.
Okay, yes. So stop right there. So then, going back to your comments earlier where you said all this object-oriented shit, it's all too abstract, it's all too bullshit. Don't you think don't you think those two things are the same thing? Like they're purpose-built to do specific things? You're saying Jonathan Blow built this great...
Wait, object-oriented programming is fucking good to you. Like it's efficient to you. When you make getters and setters, you make abstract classes, you make interfaces, you have fucking like multi-level inheritance. That's good to you? Are you on crack?
Wait. So multi-level inheritance is that's a design pattern. I'm all about composition over inheritance. I'm team composition. But those abstractions allow us to create abstractions upon abstractions, which allow us to create very complicated enterprise software.
Did you not agree?
So when just in the same way that Jonathan Blow is writing a purpose-built language to create games, and that's useful.
It's general purpose, right? You know that it's not just
it's not really general purpose at the moment, is it? It's pretty game oriented.
What are you talking? You know, if a language, you know what Turing completeness is, right?
Yeah, if the language is Turing complete, you can use it for anything. Just because it's used for games now doesn't mean it has to be forever.
What is with you, dude? Like, I already killed you in the beginning, so I'm just pissing on your corpse at this point.
I don't know about that. I don't know about killed me. I mean, you might have dealt me a blow or two there, guy. But
I mean, it's exposing huge holes in your knowledge. Like, you just try to say a Turing complete language can't be used to create any other type of program. Like, what are you thinking? Like,
wait, all I'm trying to draw is the parallel between Jonathan Blow creating very purpose-built language that focuses on very specific game abstractions out of the box, and object-oriented language, which is very geared towards enterprise programming and very complicated.
Yeah, but you try to call this guy out for saying object-oriented language isn't good. He's literally telling you programs in C. Like, what do you mean?
Okay, pause. I'm on pause. I'm pausing.
Everybody,
Here we go.
Games are the most complicated piece of software out there. One of the. Way more than your enterprise fucking dog shit. All you do is, I don't even know what the fuck you do. I don't give a fuck. Don't tell me.
Wait, but that's actually. So I used to work with game developers. I used to work with game developers, and they actually would tell me on a regular basis that like Blizzard Entertainment. They would actually tell me on a regular basis that what we were doing on the big data team was actually more complicated than what was happening in the game.
Oh, so you're telling me that a 3D application that's extremely complicated and requires super high performance
across a multitude of machines, not just some enterprise level bullshit, but across a ton of different customer computers.
Wait. He agreed with me that software is slower than ever. Did you not earlier? So how the fuck are you like, object-oriented bullshit is so
well, because here's what we do now, right? Instead of scaling vertically by optimizing on the CPU, we write distributed software that can scale to infinity.
But why does YouTube kill my laptop? Why does YouTube lag my shit? It shouldn't be. You know, I have to.
Wait. What operating system are you running? Wait, what operating system?
Oh my god, this asshole in his ball. Okay, I'm not even gonna, because you're gonna go on a gay rant for 3 minutes.
Wait. What operating system are you running? What operating system? What's your laptop running?
Linux. Why? It's a Chromebook.
I knew it. I fucking knew it. I fucking knew it. You want to know why it's lagging? Because your fucking scheduler's overworked there, buddy. Your scheduler's overworked.
So is the Windows scheduler like magic? Is the OS X scheduler magic?
I don't know. You don't know anything about it. You do. Well, you tell me.
You know.
I mean, it looks pretty magic to you.
Right? You know, Linux is funded by corporations, right? You have people working on this shit who get paid by Google, by Microsoft. You think they're making bullshit? What are you talking about?
I mean, I don't know, dude.
Linux performs better than Windows.
Wait, in what aspects? In what regards?
I mean, there's a reason why so much server architecture is built on Linux and not on Windows.
Wait, what compositor are you using?
My compositor's an XFCE one, I think.
Oh, wait, are you using XFCE Manjaro out of the box?
No, I'm using Gallium OS because I needed a Linux to run on my laptop, and it's a Linux for Chromebooks, so I'm using that.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
That's solid.
Yeah.
Really good choice.
Yeah, so I'm on. I just installed Windows on my desktop to see what's up, and I want to kill myself with all the path errors and shit, but
yeah,
there's good parts. There's good parts.
Yeah, I think your compositor can really affect the performance of Chrome.
XFCE does not perform well. Basically, there's not enough people to maintain it anymore, so they just kind of add stuff, fix bugs, but they don't care about performance.
If you try a different compositor, it should be pretty easy to just swap it out. You might get better performance.
Linux user space is like trash. Like all those compositors and desktop environments, they're mostly
not
all
good.
complete fucking shit.
Agree.
Yeah. What I want is Windows, Microsoft to actually just make a Linux OS, basically get the kernel, fucking throw the user space in the trash and pee on it and burn it. And
wait, do you think they should build on top of Wayland or just throw everything away?
No, everything away.
Wait, you don't think any of the user space GUI bullshit is worth it?
I think it's better to just start fresh.
Hold on.
That is such a like bad.
Linus, hold on a second. Let me just
okay.
get things back to state. Bobby, do you think that Linus is a fucking moron and doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about?
Man, I think it's just his personality.
Yeah,
I think he's a moron. But
Linus knows some stuff, but he just doesn't know the
smartass.
concepts that well. Like he's just trying to like call people out and like correct them on like little like minutiae things or whatever, without understanding the whole picture is like a problem.
That Hispanic guy said it. The Jorge Masvidal sounding guy. Didn't he say that to you? Or did he say it's some other queer?
Wait, what?
Wait. First of all, can we calm down on the homophobic insults, please? Jesus.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't. Yeah. Okay. Just like the way I talk. Anyway.
But listen, if you're a computer programmer, okay, we're getting rid of blacklists and all that stuff, so you need to get with the lingo if you're going to contribute to any projects, or else they're going to axe you out of anything you try to contribute to. You know?
Are you from New York, there, Bobby?
No, I'm a Canuck. Sorry, sir.
Oh my god. Okay, we could just throw out everything he said then. Jesus, why didn't you lead with that in the start, dude?
Because, I mean, it's cool over here. You guys are envious of our shit, so.
Doug, don't fucking think for a second, okay? If we chose to, we would take your fucking country faster than Greenland, and you would show up on your fucking horses with your bow and arrows trying to defend yourself as we created a new fucking holocaust of Canadian people.
Oh my god, can you calm the fuck down, man?
What? It's in a video game? Jesus.
What? Damn. Oh, that's some spicy takes there. God damn. But yeah. So why did you drop out? Yeah, let me ask you that. Why did you drop out?
Because I got offered $120,000 to go work somewhere.
Oh, where?
Google.
Oh, so you do have like a semblance of intelligence. I mean, no, Google kind of sucks.
Yeah, I
They're,
agree.
they're good at what they do. They're good at like data shit, but they just fail. How are you a company that big and you fail at so many things? They fucked Stadia up. They fucked all their messaging apps up. They fucked Hangouts up. It's like you have a platform where you control what everybody sees, and you can't even like. Anyway, go ahead.
Wait, why do you think it is that a company like
They're too
Google,
big. They're too big to succeed at this point. You have all this bureaucracy.
well, hold on. So that's obviously not true, right? Like Amazon makes
That's why they're
products.
failing.
Wait, Amazon makes products that are good, and they're pretty big too. Microsoft makes
I mean,
products that are good,
but
and they're
with
pretty big too.
Amazon, they might be more decentralized than Google. They might be smarter to how they conduct business, right?
Wait, let's
Yeah.
think about this, right?
Mhm.
So where does Google make their money?
They make it with their data company. They harvest data wherever that may be.
Yeah, and what do they use that data for? Like, what do they sell? They sell something.
I mean, they sell ads, yeah.
Yeah, okay. So
Yeah.
all of the money at Google.
I mean, as far as we know, that's what we know publicly. I don't know what else.
Yeah. I mean, they're a publicly traded company. We know quite a bit. So all of the money at Google, right, that is allocated towards specific projects goes towards the products which sell more ads, right?
It's just not money though. Like you just need good
search,
people,
right?
You need
Search
good
is a big
people.
product. Search is a big product, and
Yeah.
search sells the most ads, right?
Right, but you need good people in charge. Like
I don't think it has anything to do with people, right? Like you could put the guy that's in charge of Google search right now in charge of another project, but if that project doesn't sell ads, then that project gets killed.
No, but the thing is, when you're innovating, small teams are great. And if you look at search, Larry Page, and Sergey Brin helped, but he didn't do most of the work. It was Larry Page. He invented search, and he's a very interesting guy. He's like he used to do music when he was younger, so he knows like performance very well. Oh, by the way, another person who understands performance. He talked about how music taught him about timing and how speed matters. Speed matters, and he designed Google to be fast. That's why Google's successful. He designed that. Okay, we need user experience. This needs to be good. Problem with you is like you berate your customers. Like regular people should not be expected to know things like this. They should know it at all. You should provide an interface that they can work with as regular people. That's why you don't need to fucking open your car up to fix stuff.
Wait,
you said the opposite.
See, well, I disagree philosophically that like software should be accessible by all people. I actually, like I said when I was talking about the internet, I actually don't know that it's a necessarily good idea that people have easy access to stuff like the internet or
social media. Yeah, social media can be cancerous. Like I remember my internet was out or something, and I sat down and like everything changes. The way you think changes. Because now you think like, oh, like I have all this time because time slows down by like 100 times when you.
And then you watch 100 hours of Jonathan Blow on YouTube, and you're like, performance. It's all about the performance.
No,
Kids these days and their fucking abstractions and
pause,
programming. God.
Pause. John, can you stop? John Blow has abstractions, but you can't have leaky abstractions. When you
wait, what is a leaky abstraction? Because that's a very specific term.
It's one. Well, to me.
No. It's a very specific term.
It's just an abstraction. It's an abstraction that isn't abstract. I've done those before.
That's not what a leaky abstraction is.
Go ahead, tell me, Mr. Dictionary. Go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead. What is it?
A leaky abstraction is when a dependency has a reliance on its dependency, like a circular abstraction, or rather a circular dependency.
Is that not what I said? But it's not a clean interface, like.
That clean interface is very general, as that's not really describing the definition well at all.
Okay, see, this is all you do. You're like, oh, this actually it's defined like this.
I mean, it's true. If you're gonna lay down words, you better know the definition. You better know what they mean. You better know what they apply to and how to see them. Like if someone were to give you a piece of software, object-oriented software, and they were like, "There's a leaky abstraction here. Could you find it?" I don't think you could right now.
What? Say it again. Sorry, I was like zoned out. What'd you say?
Yeah, so if someone like presented you with like a piece of Java code, right?
Like, I would never write it, but go ahead.
Yeah, you'd never write it, and you don't understand it. And so if they said, find the leaky abstraction here, you wouldn't know what to look for.
Java's incredibly the whole thing. Java's incredibly complicated. Wait. And people like to think they're smart with like, oh, buddy, it's so easy, but they're too dumb to understand complexity. Java is extremely complicated. You have all this baggage, all this bullshit, and it's just you can't wrap your head around it. You have
What
a tool
what
that people don't get.
What do you think is more complex? Writing C on Linux using GCC and all
Or
those,
Clang, or TCC. Go ahead.
Oh,
don't
I'm
have to
going to
use
say
GCC, yeah.
specifically GCC, specifically GCC, because I want to talk about a very specific set of interfaces.
Go ahead.
Or writing Java code. Which one do you think people would struggle more with? Which one do you think is easier?
People have problems with pointers, right? But that's just
Okay, that's
but
one
it's one of
form of
those things where
complexity.
you get it, you get it. Everything in C is an int. That's what makes it so simple. A pointer is the size of the native integer type on your computer.
Wait. I mean, I'm
yeah.
sure I know
A
you're going to be able
char.
to answer this. I know you're going to be able to answer
Yeah.
this because you seem to have a really good.
Also, you're setting a trap right now. You think I don't see this stuff? Go ahead, go ahead. Set the
Look,
trap,
this is
buddy.
easy. Can you
Don't step on the trap.
I
though,
just
okay?
want
Go
you to
ahead.
explain.
You've been fumbling all night.
No. I want you to explain in the simplest terms
Uh-huh.
what a pointer is, because I think you should be able to do a pretty good job of that.
I've explained this to somebody before. A pointer is just an int. A pointer is an int that you treat differently from other ints. So if you have a pointer, for example, on a modern 64-bit system, it is a 64-bit integer. But when you read that integer, it's not a number. It's not a scalar value you're looking for. It's like to add. It's an address. So it's the same thing as a number, but you interpret it completely differently. So when I look at a pointer, all you see is an unsigned 64-bit integer, but you look at that and say, okay, that number is just a memory address. So it's simple, but because I had to stay up for hours explaining to a friend what pointers are and what pointers to pointers are, I had to write up a million things.
I mean, I feel so that, like, I mean, you're correct there, but I feel like you could explain it a little.
It's like a letter. It's like a letter. Okay, so say I want to egg Linus Red's house, right? I have a letter. I write your address there.
Yes.
And somebody can pick up that letter. They can change the address to Destiny's house, and then like everybody's debated can go burn it down. That's what a pointer is. That int we're talking about is the actual paper, and then the number is the words you write. It's when you pick up that paper, you're interpreting it differently. You're reading those letters, and you're saying, "Oh, this is an actual address." Excuse me.
So what does it mean to dereference a pointer? What does that mean?
You go to the memory address. So I think in the CPU level, it doesn't actually exist, right? It doesn't. You just have a number and a register, and then you do a move instruction, and then it just pulls the data you want. That's just what it is. It assembles now.
You think about things very, very, very strangely. Not that it's wrong, but I think you have a unique education. How old are you? Like whereabouts?
19, turning 20.
Okay, but you haven't gone to college?
I will soon. I kind of fucked a lot of things up, so I got an interesting thing that I'm gonna do. I didn't want to go to comp sci anyway, but because you can just learn that by yourself. Basically, what happened is I was doing good in math, right? We were doing our vectors final, and I got like a 93. I'm like, cool. And then I go check what my mark is, and then the teacher says you got an 80. I'm like, what? And the context of the situation is I was like sleeping at 4 a.m. every night and waking up at fucking 12, so I had no energy anyway. And I was so annoyed. I was like, you know what? I'm just going to drop this shit. And somebody in my family got murdered too at the same time. I don't think that's actually the reason why I left. I think I was just lazy, but yeah, I just left. And I'm like, man, fuck this shit. And then
family got murdered?
No, somebody, anyway, somebody got murdered. And I left, and then I came back, and then it was even worse. Like it taught me the lesson that like sleep is important, even though I still don't sleep on fucking time. It's 4 o'clock, but I couldn't learn. Like I'm getting 60s now. I completely lost the ability to learn anything. Stuff that I did well on, I couldn't do anymore. I'm like, damn.
Wait. Do you study?
Yeah.
Do you study?
That I study for math?
No, do you study in general? Like, what are your study habits?
Oh, bad. I know comp sci because it's kind of like
No. I mean, like, if there's a test, like, what do you do to study for that test?
Just you panic and then you fucking like rush things right before the fucking.
Wait, so you? Oh, okay. So this is very common for a lot of people, I think, in your position. But I actually think that you have a really interesting, I mean, still very junior, but you have an interesting set of knowledge, and I think you probably have some degree of potential in software, and it would be sad to see it squandered. But here's your problem with college, right? So you probably coasted through middle school, coasted through high school. That shit was fucking easy.
Yeah, then it just gets to a point where it's
yeah. But here's the problem: because you coasted through everything, you get to college, and now things are actually to the point where you can't, you can't just take the test and pass it, because you actually have to put some time into learning what you're learning, right? Like, I experienced this too. This was really hard for me, also. And so I think you really have to reassess the types of things that you do in your classes. Like, instead of waiting the night before the test and trying to cram, try to find study groups and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, it's how you, for example, like, this is random as fuck, but like in sports, if you look at Khabib, right? Khabib Nurmagomedov, the way those guys train is instead of burning themselves out like Western people do, is they train less, but like every day. And over time, you become strong. Like with comp sci, I'm late. The reason I'm good at computers is I'm lazy as a motherfucker.
But so you like computers.
Kind of, yeah. But like, I'm lazy as a motherfucker, and I do the minimum. Right. That doesn't mean I do a bad job, but I do the minimum. So when you think of all this Java shit, I'm like, oh no, stop. Like,
right. that's just because the level of complexity is, there's like a barrier, and you think about the barrier, and then you get like, I wouldn't want to say anxious, but you get like some degree of hesitance towards learning it, because it seems like there's so much to learn, right?
No, it's just bad discipline, being fucking lazy. Like, it's like how I always look for shortcuts. Like, for example, I was trying to lose weight once, right? This is years ago. I'm 160 something. I want to go down to 140. And I'm like, yo, I should run and lose weight. And then I was like, nah, that's too much work. Let me just like starve myself a little bit for a week, and then I'll be fine. So I lost like 20 pounds in a week and kept it off for fucking like a year. And then school started, and I was like, oh, I just got fat again. Like, I'm just a lazy guy. I find the fastest fucking path to whatever I'm doing.
Yeah.
Right now, it's sleep. I'm trying to move out.
Are you ADHD by chance? Do you know if you're like diagnosed?
I don't think it's. I think that's an excuse, because it's like,
oh yeah, okay.
You just don't. I'm too lazy to like go and get shoes, for example. I'm a lazy motherfucker. That's not ADHD. It's just bad discipline.
Well,
wait, you know what's crazy? Destiny's barely talked for like hours. By the way,
yeah, because it's good content. But yeah, you should like. I think, first of all, I think you should keep doing computer science stuff. You should also read about the Linux scheduler and how CPU pegging affects the execution of processes.
Bro, you lost. Come on, man, you lost.
You don't know that.
You were mutilated.
I did not lose. I didn't lose. I memed a little bit there.
There's like a fucking like werewolf attack that tore you into pieces. Like, you're dead. You got killed. Yeah.
Okay. But
admit it. Go ahead.
But I really think you should try to get a project or two up on GitHub. Fuck college, and just start applying to like internships in places, and just like anyone you can get the phone on, just be like, listen,
bro,
this is what I do.
Jobs in Canada are crazy because we have a lot of people coming in from overseas. And I think these people are educated too, college educated. Right?
Listen, I didn't have a fucking look. Like Jim doesn't have a college education. I don't have a college education.
My sister, right? She put on my resume that I worked in a restaurant for 4 years. They didn't give a fuck. They didn't call me back. They didn't do shit. Like here, it's crazy because we have 1 million people coming in a year, and it's just like too much because you have all these educated people. I think immigration's better in Canada, like better handled because we get more. Like college educated people coming in and more like higher income earners. So it seems like things are just getting tougher and tougher. That's what it seems like, though. Again, I think I'm just making shit up.
I mean, I think a lot of people are in your same position, right? Like jobs seem very hard to get, especially when you don't have the experience, especially when you're trying to get into like a technical field like software. But you do have to develop some level of persistence. You have to just continue to apply to basically everything you can see. You have
the problem with software is that you have like wait ha hates 37. Go fuck yourself. I'm not making shit up anyway. What were we talking about?
Yeah.
Wait, what were we talking about?
Yeah, just how you can take these skills that you've acquired by fucking around with software, and also because college is probably never going to work for you. I mean, you probably shouldn't even try.
No. See, I was gonna talk about that. So there's this really cool thing in this. I don't want to get doxxed and like murdered, so I'm not gonna say it. But there's a school where you can do aerospace, but it's not like a uni. It's like one of those project-based, like I guess it's called a community college or whatever. I found that. I messed my
but like
school
you
up,
do
but
shit, you just do shit instead of taking.
It's like,
stuff.
it's aerospace shit. Like you actually build planes, do circuitry, do machine shop. I'm like, damn, you know what? I can pair this with programming, learn science because I dropped that earlier. Yeah.
Microphone cable, I think, is pretty loose there. It's buzzing.
Oh, what? Me or?
Yeah, you.
Yeah.
You sure?
It's okay now.
No, I'm fucking with you.
It's kind of buzzy.
Oh, okay. Yeah. You see, everybody was talking shit, but dude, my heart in the beginning was beating like a motherfucker. So I don't have Destiny's Discord, right? I just found Destiny GG. I gotta make a username.
Yeah.
People are starting to recognize me in chat. I go to the Discord finally because my laptop's so slow, and I join. Well, first I have to get the phone, join the Discord. I gotta wait 10 minutes. I gotta keep my name there so people remember me. Like. And then I go run, get a charger because the phone has no charge. Like, my cat's meowing to get in here. It's crazy. Fuck, at least I made it.
Somebody tell me what the hell you guys were originally talking about.
Oh,
wait, who is this? Wait, who just came in? What's that voice?
This is Jim.
Hey, this is Jim.
Oh, holy
so originally,
shit, Jim.
So let me walk it back.
Dude, you don't know how I wanted to KO you. I was so angry in the beginning because you were being such a dick about it, and you were wrong. I'm like, there's nothing worse than a guy who sounds arrogant as fuck, is wrong as fuck, and is like a douche about it. I'm like, oh my, like I'm throwing. I got up and threw combinations in the air. I'm like, no. We gotta meet, bro.
Listen. I'm coming in because I'm a native programmer. I've been programming native since I was like literally 8 years old. So I just want to know a small summary of what the fuck was being taught.
Okay, yeah. So originally, so I'll just lay it out for you. So originally,
I thought that was Destiny. She's gonna like lie about everything. So basically, he's saying that scheduling is lagging Minecraft.
No.
Okay, that's literally what you said, but okay. Well, you said, CPU's pinned. Why is it pinned?
Yeah. So I'm saying that. So we were talking specifically about if the CPU is at 100%.
Why is it at 100% though? It's at 100% because it's being bottlenecked by that dog shit, satanic fucking monstrosity you call a Java virtual machine. Yeah. That's why.
Yes, the JVM can be quite bad. But when a CPU is pegged, that has sort of a compounding effect when you pair it with the Linux scheduler. So you have
stop blaming the Linux scheduler. The kernel is in a better. The kernel is the best kernel on the planet, the fastest kernel, the most optimized kernel. There's literally nothing on the planet Earth that is better than the Linux kernel for general purpose computing. Stop.
Okay.
Stop. You read the code. I think you understood. I don't even know if you read the code. Apparently, I'm told that you read the code. You're just wrong, dude. I don't know what to tell you. Like they do fluid dynamic simulation in this shit. You think like they're like, oh my god, the scheduler is destroying our high performance fucking program, right? Like, no. Why does The Witcher run so well? Why do high performance games run so well? Those scheduler fucking
they have to deal with like graphics and sound and everything, and you're saying it can't just schedule tasks? Like, why would the scheduler be bogging down the CPU for seconds at a time? For seconds at a time.
Wait, transistors? CPUs are so dense. CPUs are so dense that we're encountering problems with quantum tunneling where the fucking transistors are so close to each other. Electrons are fucking jumping to one, from one to the other.
Right through gates, they disappear and reappear in different parts of reality. And you think the scheduler is what's slowing things down? Like, it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, so basically, Jim, the conversation was just that because of the way that the Linux scheduler works, when a core is pegged and the process tied to that core is on the core that's pegged at 100%, because of the way the scheduler allocates processing time, it may not necessarily be that it's just the single.
It's like we were in a real fight. It's like I'm Mike Tyson and I made you backpedal, then KO'd your ass. Like waking up, you don't remember we had this conversation already, and I proved you wrong. Jim, my beautiful whatever you are. Why don't you tell us what you think?
Dude, I am totally drunk. and I have no idea what the fuck any of you guys are talking about.
Did you not just listen to the summary?
Sorry, go ahead. I'm sorry. It sounds like, dude, why are you bullying on Linus, man?
Because Linus is being fucking arrogant and smug as fuck when it seems like he doesn't have a full understanding of like the entire picture of what he's going. He's making these huge claims.
What really pissed me off is when he berated regular people for not knowing that instructions are like parsed one by one or whatever. Like, even though that's not the case. So I'm like, bro, like you're. The reason Bezos, see, lefties always complain about Bezos, but the reason why Bezos is where he is because one of his most fucking like repeated points is that, I think of the customer.
Yeah, they have to, like the common person needs to understand. You can't have this smug as fuck like computer program like nobody should understand how to use software and blah 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 like what Linus has been saying the whole time. You
need simplicity. You need something humans can understand. That's why fucking Cell didn't take off. That and like branching, like that's next level CPU the PS3 had. It didn't take off because nobody knew what the fuck was happening. It was way too complicated, so it died. Mm-hmm. Like we need simplicity. Because here's the thing: stupid people love complexity because it makes them feel smart. So when they have this gigantic pile of shit with all other types of shit on it, they think like, "Oh my god, I'm so smart! Only I understand this." But if you're intelligent and you understand engineering, like software from the engineering side, you know that okay, we need to curb complexity as much as possible. Like John Blow has streams where he spends like an hour just looking for code to get rid of, thinking for things to throw away in the garbage. When he does something, he'll go back to it and say, oh, this is bad. Throw it away, write it again, because you need quality things.
Yeah. People don't optimize anything these days. Like, software's just getting slower and slower and slower.
Like, I remember I was running OpenOffice, and this was years ago, and I was like, why is this so fast? Like, why is it so snappy? Why is everything... Well, because OpenOffice is fucking old. So all the old fucking programmers knew what to do, and the new ones don't. Look how fucking slow Word is.
Yeah. Linus, what the fuck are you doing, man? How'd you get owned by this like 19-year-old dude? I don't understand it.
Yeah, it's true. I just don't get it either.
What the fuck, man?
I mean, I think to be fair, I think Linus had it like mostly correct. He was just being really smug on super pedantic points.
No, he didn't. It's just not, dude.
I think Linus has like an understanding, at least kind of an understanding of the terms. I think he was just being like really smug at how he's putting everything together.
No, you know what it is? But here's the thing, right? You didn't have all the tools on the table, so we
needed somebody to come in and like put a whole picture together with like all the little parts.
He had a hammer, so he knew about the scheduler, and he thought that server lagging was a fucking nail, and he was hammering it. When in reality, if you knew memory performance, you know that the problem is the way it's written.
Linus, what are you doing, dude? What are you doing?
It's true. Like I don't even know what I'm doing.
No, listen, you're not a native programmer, so I mean, it's like why?
Wait, that's not true. That's not true. I am a native programmer.
No, you said you did. You said you were a data engineer. How are you a programmer?
Yeah, but as a data engineer, I write databases in C++ all the time. Yeah. Absolutely.
You're writing C++ all the time.
I mean, does anybody write C++?
Yep, me. I do.
Well,
I write
pause.
C++.
Wait, are you? Wait, no. You don't write C++. You change something, then wait an hour to for it to compile. C++ is a conspiracy. It's made by people who don't want to get work done and want to jerk off at work.
Yeah, see, how to do work.
What?
What? C is the only language worth using, Jim.
C is like my problem with C is just it can't do generic data structures. That's my only issue.
Wait, generic? The C lacks generics, and that's your problem with it?
Well, among other things, that's not fine.
The thing with C is when you need to, you can do some next level trickery. You can do pointer math. You can do all these little things to get things done, like with shortcuts even. And if you need speed, you can do that as well. Like it has its issues, but it's a pretty good language.
What do you think about function pointers there in C?
I mean, it's just a pointer. I mean, they look weird. It's fucking annoying to write when you're writing something and they gotta put that dumbass function pointer, but it's just a pointer. See, you gotta understand the low-level shit because, if you know what a function pointer is, all you know is just like a regular pointer. Because all a function call is, you load to some registers and you jump to a fucking address. Like, that's it.
True.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. True. Yeah.
Can we be real for a second?
What?
Actually real. Okay. I'm just teasing.
Uh-oh.
So listen, dude. I used to be 19 too, like ages ago. But and I used to be just like you. I used to think that I knew everything. So you gotta listen.
I say what I don't know, though.
Listen,
I talked about this because I know this area. What?
I know you're idolizing like these programmers and stuff like this, but you gotta stop.
John Blow's an asshole, but he has good things to say.
What Jim is trying to say is save this VOD and try to watch it again in 5 years.
No, I'm trying to entertain, man. I was roasting this motherfucker, lighting his ass on fire. The people are entertained. Like, come on. And now everybody knows FLR, and I'll be called that forever. Fuck it.
Listen, come on, man.
Well, that's pretty entertaining. Yeah, I give him that.
Jim, you're drunk.
I'm really
Jim. Jim has a constant buff that gives him the Balmer peak at any time he's drunk in anything. All right.
Yeah.
But by the way, Destiny, I love the fact that your Twitch alerts or whatever all on for raging.
No, just one of them. Just one of them. It's not all of them are okay.
It's like, thank you, Steven. And then one where it's like, you get now.
Yeah. Wait, do you think, I'm curious, outside of computers, have I said anything that you think is just like totally off and wrong?
God, I hate Hassan. His head's too fucking small for his body. Like, all this guy does is like...
He's getting more of that reverse Dunning.
Is the lefty arc over? Because I actually love it when you slap them. Like, Ritus is just annoying at this point because you know what they're going to say. So, I like beating leftists up.
You might have to actually.
Would you say you're like a right-wing person?
I'm mixed. Like, I'm not, because people. Here's the thing, right? Mm-hmm. Like, you have these people who, like, most of them are really dumb, and they pretend to be objective, but at the end of the day, they can't think for themselves. Mm-hmm. So at the end of the day, you're gonna have mixed.
Wait, doesn't this kind of conflate with your whole like me calling people dumb thing a little bit? Aren't these two things in contention?
No. You were being a douche. I don't expect people to know things that I know just because I think I'm cool. That's what you were doing. It's a middle school thing.
You thought I expected people to know those things?
You literally said, I can't believe that people don't know how like programs are really instructions.
I don't think he said he can't believe it. I think he just said that he doesn't believe that people do know. I don't think it was an insult. I don't think it was just like believing. It was just like a claim.
About it. You're being a dick.
I think it's interesting that people don't quite understand what it means for a program to run on a computer. But
they shouldn't, though. They just shouldn't. Like, when you go to the doctor, he's like, excuse me, you don't know how we manufacture this pill? Get the fuck out of here. Do you think, like, I don't know what you want. Like,
I want people that use computers to engage with what makes a computer work.
Because that doesn't scale. That's like n squared, right? Like,
yeah, exactly. It doesn't
scale. It doesn't scale for you to have to know everything. That's what I'm saying. Economic, like specialization or whatever.
Yep, it doesn't scale. It's a bad idea.
Yeah, so why are you expecting people to know things?
Well, I'm not expecting it. I'm just pointing it out that they don't.
Huh? Wait, does anybody watch the UFC? Ever?
Nope.
Oh.
UFC.
Anybody in the chat, if you know who Joseph Benavidez is, remember that fight where he got murdered in the ring by Figueiredo? This was this Discord call. It was amazing. I watched that fight so many times because that guy was a douche too, and he got dropped by every punch. Dude got blooded up and choked out. I'm like, damn, you got what you deserve. And he's like fucking crying in the press conference. His girlfriend, who's a reporter, is giving him fucking tissues and shit. He's like, I'm so proud of myself for coming here and making it and being knocked out or whatever.
Well, I mean,
sorry,
he probably was pretty proud of it,
No, that guy was a fucking asshole. They fought twice, and he headbutted Figueiredo the first time because he was an idiot and doesn't know how to punch. Mm-hmm. And then in the lead up to the second fight, he's like, Figueiredo headbutted me. I want to hurt this guy. This guy's something else. I'm like, bruh, how are you gonna headbutt somebody and blame them? Anyway, sorry, that was a complete side rant.
So are you like comparing your conversation with Linus to the UFC here?
Linus was dropped several times, beaten to a bloody pulp, and choked out on the ground in front of his girlfriend. Yes, that was this call. Because in the beginning, I like, you're a good guy, Linus. Everybody is, but some people gotta get whooped sometimes. You know what it is? Like,
keep them humble.
Yeah. Like
I
you
still
have
don't know if I
marks
got
on your
whooped
ass.
at
I
all.
slapped you.
I still don't
I
think
have
I
big
whooped at all.
hands. Like,
Yeah, I don't really think I did, but hey, if you want to take the W, I don't need it.
You have a
you
scar
can
on
have
your
it.
ass cheek, a
So you
handprint
could
shaped
probably use it a
scar
little bit
on your
more than
ass
I
cheek.
could.
Listen, dude, you need to like.
You need to keep right on this path. And
Yeah.
you're good to go.
Yeah, I mean, you'll be a
Something.
master programmer in no time.
I'm
Listen,
sorry. Yeah, go ahead.
No, I mean you clearly like have some ambitions, and you clearly have like some potential. I mean, even Linus admitted that he could see your potential. I can see your potential. I mean, the fact that you're like a low level programmer, that's something that you don't see at all that often.
It's actually crazy because
I know, man.
this what John Blow said. He said
Well,
that.
hold on.
Yeah, go ahead.
I think one of the
Just wait.
problems here.
This is a side thing. This is a side thing.
Yeah,
Right?
the John Below quote is very, very important. Don't talk over John Below quotes. Go ahead.
If you look at like a civilization, John Blow did a talk on this, preventing the collapse of civilization. If you look at technology gets worse over time. It doesn't actually it gets worse. People lose stuff. People forget things. If you look at low-level programming, this has happened. Back in the day, when you applied for a job, it was like knowing C was so obvious that if you mentioned it, it'd be like, you new to this? Nowadays, if I tell people I know C, they're like, bro, what do you mean? Like, they think C's magic, literally. I'm like, it's not.
I mean, maybe other like programmers who are in college think that, but I don't really think that's the case for most in the professional world.
I don't know, man. From what I've seen, like, you have people asking, like, why wouldn't Go be as fast as fucking C? I'm like, bro, like, do you not know what garbage collection is? Do you not know what anything is? Look at JavaScript. Look at the web. Look how slow everything is. You have, like, Vue.js. You have React. You have, like, just shit stacked on top of each other to the point where everything's slow and impossible to use.
I don't know, dude. Whenever people see like my program and C, they're like, "Ew, C."
Because
they
they don't
like
know
respond
it, right?
to it like it's magic. They like respond to it as ugh, disgusting.
Because they don't get pointers. People are like, oh, pointers are so hard, but you don't get them. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know, but I mean, it's like, I don't know, dude. I think you're giving a little too much stock to like one person there. I used
John
to,
Blow.
One person
when
who
I
was
was
very
younger-
criticized.
Oh, but criticized by
when I was
retards.
young, I used to listen. I know I'm going full boomer here, but I mean, it's like when I was young, I was like your age. I used to like idolize programmers like you do, and
I don't idolize the guy. Like, thing is, I don't idolize.
I'm a little skeptical of that statement.
Thing is,
dude.
you have people who think they're gurus, but they have nothing to show.
Wait. Do you think I have nothing to show? Do you know what I have to show?
But like John Bull's like 50. He has a lot of things, right? He has a resume over time.
He actually doesn't have a lot of things to show. That's actually
game that takes years. Like Braid and The Witness took years to make because you're making
but there are
indie
game developers who've put out 20 games in the time that he's put out 2.
But they're not as complicated nor as successful. Like
hold on.
In Braid, you go back in time, right? You do when you play the game, you can go back in time and everything rewinds. That takes work. It's not just a first-person shooter. Like, these things are complicated. Look.
Wait, do you think that's actually complicated?
What?
Do you like games that go back in time? Like, can you name some games that go back in time?
Literally Braid. I just said it.
And every fighting game implementing rollback netcode and Overwatch and basically any modern FPS.
Right, those are like AAA games, right? No, as in you're rewinding like as gameplay.
Yeah, that's what Overwatch does. Overwatch sends frames to the server. It sends network packets that contain the data for a state, and then what happens is if the client lags. Hold on, if the client lags and it misses,
these are two different.
It misses information from the server. The server rewinds the client, and that's why when you throw your hook and you thought you hooked the guy, he doesn't get hooked because the time got rewinded.
You are talking about a client-server architecture, and I have an abstract idea of how those works. You send the user like IO, like what they pressed and all that, and then the server will simulate the game. That is completely different to actually having it be part of the game and have it be done by one guy. Like,
no, it's actually the same thing. It's the same thing.
Okay, yeah, I don't know why you just have.
I mean,
to,
other
say
than like
things
it
like
being
this.
done by one guy, it was done by two guys.
Okay,
but sure.
you got a point. One for you, 300,000 quadrillion for me. Are you happy now?
Okay,
you got one? Yeah.
okay. Look, I was just trying to get my 1 point in. All right,
You got a fucking like molecule-sized piece of
I had to get
semen
my
on that
1
scale.
point.
Maybe
I got it. I'm good.
So, yeah.
Dude.
Look, he has things to show. He has a compiler. It's super fast. It does a lot of amazing things.
Who's
if you look
using
at this guy,
wait, who's using it though?
He hasn't released it yet.
Oh, he hasn't released it yet.
One second.
Yo, that's kind of
there are videos where he talks about this new language, right? Some of them are old and they don't really apply, but when you hear him talk and you hear the things he says and he explains this stuff, where
listen, when I hear Jonathan Blow talk, I kind of feel like he's an
asshole sometimes. Just
no, not an asshole.
Wait,
I think he's very I think he's very he's one of those guys who values what he does more than everyone else does. And therefore, he's unwilling. He is unwilling to use what anyone else has created before.
Well, just once away. It comes from a different time where people didn't do the crazy shit we do now. But he has a compiler, right? Again, it's fast, but he's talked about it, where he talks about why the features are in his language, and he talks about looking at other languages and what they're doing. Like, he's a reasonable guy. He does things because he thinks. He does things because he has experience and he knows that they work.
Hey,
just a quick reminder: we don't idolize this guy. Remember? Okay.
Hey, Linus.
Yeah.
No, because again, look, he's talked about programming language features, and he said, "Look, I've been programming for a long time.
He's very good, and he's the greatest."
Constructors, do you use constructors?
Yeah.
You don't use constructors because of a billion problems with them. Like, for example, you can't. It's hard to like have uninitialized memory without like making like an empty constructor. You have the problem where you can't have uninitialized memory that has objects that construct and destruct, because they'll destruct at the end of scope and then read uninitialized memory and fucking crash the whole program. You have problems with this stuff, and he's talked about it, and he had it in his language, but then he took it out later because while he was making his 60,000 or 80,000 line game, he noticed, okay, I'm not using constructors. I don't actually need them. Let me take it out of the language. He says a lot of stupid shit. When he talks about politics, he says dumb shit. I just kind of ignore it because I'm like, okay, he doesn't know what he's talking about. But
yeah,
but programming, he says good shit. He knows what he's doing.
Hey, I wanted to ask, Linus, have you by any chance written a compiler?
Yeah.
Oh, me too.
For what?
Yeah, wow.
What do you know?
I guess we're just as good as Jonathan Blow.
Oh my God! It's like almost like compilers or like something.
Oh, so you wrote a compiler that's like a high level language with high level meta programming features that is more robust than C++. It can compile 60,000 lines of code in a second.
Who's using your guys' compilers?
And a production, you made a toy compiler. You guys didn't make the like TCC or GCC or fucking Clang. Stop, like, so what? Like, you can make a toy gun. It's not a fucking AK.
Yeah, so but the difference between writing like a toy compiler and another compiler is just spending more time on it. And most people realize that spending time writing compilers in like 99.99% of all cases is kind of a waste of time.
See, you're putting a retarded opinion in there.
Compilers out there. Yeah,
what good compilers? What good compilers are out there? Tell me. What?
I mean, what good compilers are out there? Yeah. Any language's compilers is good enough for me.
Rust is trash. LLVM, well, that's the backend, but still.
That's not that. Yeah, careful, because that's not the compiler.
It is basically okay. Stop trying. He's trying to be a smartass all the time.
This is what he's been doing all night, Jim. Linus will just try to pick out like one thing when we all know what he's talking about.
These debate tactics.
GCC, LLVM, these things are slow. They're fucking bloated.
Wait, do you think LLVM is slow?
There's literally a page made, I think, by a Rust developer who works on the language, who said, make LLVM fast again. They use the Trump thing because it slows down by 10% every release. Mm-hmm. So it's again
it's like so much feature adding but no optimization. It's like ridiculous.
No, so what's basically happening is they're adding shit, but they're not taking shit out. So they just keep adding new features, but they're not thinking about how fast is this thing,
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I'm looking here at some GCC versus LLVM
They're slow,
numbers
buddy. They
here,
are
and
slow.
We're looking at a 1 to 4%
slow.
performance degradation between the two. So that's.
Do you know how much that is?
1 to 4%. Like when we're already getting bottlenecked at the cache level and shit, and
we're not bottlenecked to the cache level. What are you talking? No, we're not.
No, I meant on the scheduler.
No, remember the memory level, Destiny. Okay.
No, but no.
Sorry,
Okay,
I get my layers mixed up sometimes.
There's like cache.
No. As in, when you write programs, you have to optimize it for the cache. So when I say cache is the bottleneck, that means that that's the thing you need to be thinking of when you program.
Wait, how do I ensure that specific data that I've allocated
Easy.
to my
All right.
program? Wait. How do I ensure that it's hit on that I get cache hits instead of cache misses? Okay.
Structive arrays. Structive arrays. So so if you have an array of things or the data is continuous, what the CPU does is when you access a piece in memory, it'll also fetch the memory right below that. So so the way you optimize for that behavior is you pack data together. And you also pack data in a way where it can be loaded into cache effectively. So what I mean is, like, say you have an object, right? A human object. What we do is we have a human object. It has a health. It has, it has, I don't know, some other shit. And say I want to change its health. I got to iterate through a list of humans and change each health. But what's the problem here? I'm loading a bunch of data into cache that I don't need. All I need is the health of each human. So what I do is, instead of having a human object, I have an array for each member. So I have a list of health, a list of, damage, a list of, fucking clothing or whatever it has. And then I just walk through each list so it's more efficient. So I don't want to bore the viewers. Yeah.
So you use contiguous containers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not complicated. That's the thing. It's just not. You just got to know what to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you just got to know.
But I keep thinking of Mike Enoch. He keeps popping up. Sorry. It's just funny. I remember you talking about how sad his life is, how he has asthma and all that shit. I just I smile, I had such a big smile on my face. I'm like, you fat bum. I don't know.
Damn.
Nah, these guys are on podcasts snickering, talking about bankers or whatever, and then at the end of the day, they're all just like dregs.
Do you maybe, I don't know, this is going crazy. Do you know what a Z order curve is?
Do you know what
This is the world's most fucking scuffed job interview ever. You guys are both trying to outdo each other with these random.
No,
shit.
I'm actually interested in what he.
Do you know what quasar integrals are?
Both of you guys are virgins, just by the way.
That doesn't exist. There's nothing. Yeah.
No, I mean, I just said I don't know what it is.
I have a nice ass. I can pull shit out of there all night, okay? I don't know about you, but if you want to bring random stuff up, look here. I got deodorant, Men Degree 24-hour.
I mean, I was just interested if you knew what a specific...
What are the ingredients? Do you want to list that for me? What's the holdings company?
Why are you trying to,
I was curious. I was honestly... I mean, he knew about... He knew about contiguous containers. I just wanted to know how deep his knowledge in.
I wake up at 3 p.m. every day. The only thing I'm doing is being groggy as fuck, promising myself.
I'm not trying to catch him on something. I was generally curious.
I woke up at 9 p.m. Okay, so I mean, let's not try to outdo each other here, because we can wake up at any time of day.
God,
you never know when it's gonna be.
You guys are so cool for when you wake up. I just want you both to know that.
Yeah, well, I wake up 2 hours later than the previous day every day.
I woke up at 11 a.m. today, so.
No, but when you wake up that late, you're tired. You're always tired, and it's it's just such a bad cycle. I'm trying.
I mean, maybe if you're weak, you wake up tired. But I mean, if you've done it for a while, it's nothing. It sounds like you're tired when you wake up at that time. I wake up and I'm like, oh yeah, that's fine. I'm fine waking up at 6 p.m.
I'm mentally weak. I can't discipline myself.
Wait, why do you focus so much on discipline? Discipline is so worthless. I actually
Floyd Mayweather was a great example. You have this guy who's 40-something years old, whooping 20-year-olds. Why? Because he takes care of himself. He learns from his mistakes. He stays healthy. He's always working. That's how he's been on steroids. And he's just, he's always there.
Yeah, but do you think Jonathan Blow's looking after himself?
He has discipline in other areas, dude. It's just
no, he's not. No, John Blow before the pandemic was a fit dude. He dances a lot. He does a lot of stuff. I don't. Those guys piss me off sometimes. I click off because they say some stupid shit. Like John Blow was talking about WebAssembly, and he didn't know what the fuck he was talking about. He didn't even know what it was. And I was like, oh.
Dude, do you put much emphasis on how fast, you can go to develop a product versus how fast it runs? Like maybe, I mean, what do you put the importance at?
See, there's a balance, right? Because shipping fast. Here's the thing, right? If you try to ship something fast, and I'm not a pro programmer, right? But if you okay, it's like hackathons, right? You have these people who they try to make something as fast as they can, but the problem is if you don't plan it out and you don't take your time, you create a mess that is infinitely more difficult to maintain. So you can get that thing out initially.
I can counter that. Nah, see, that's a bad line of thinking. Okay, because here's the other thing. If you spend all day planning for what the perfect product is, you might not even get it out. It's better to put something out that's garbage, have it fail or succeed, and then iterate on it.
No. But again, there's a balance. So you
wait, no. Wait, what? What's like over building bridges and building buildings and like?
So what I mean is like,
what's the advantage that software has over all that shit?
I mean, it doesn't kill people, and you can be retarded and do it. You don't need a fucking license from the government.
It's simpler than that. You can change software very cheaply. Like if you deploy software and you decide, hey, I want this to work differently, you can just make it work differently.
Well, maybe for you, like you write software that counts tampons, but when you do like anything that has complexity,
like gaming.
Game engines are ultra complex. You can't just change something; everything else gets affected.
Wait, what do you mean? Like the Unreal Engine literally has thousands of lines of code committed to it every week. It's changing all the time.
What? No, yeah, but then you change it in a way that's not retarded, or you structure it properly. So
code can change then.
I never said that fucking code just needs to be written and like forgotten.
So hold on. So if the advantage that I'm pointing out here, if the advantage of code, right, is that it's very changeable. Like you can deploy something and then change it again. Why are we wasting so much time planning shit when we can just
No, you don't plan. As in when you do something, you at least think about it a little bit. Okay, what am I doing? What am I going to do? Just real quick. And you make sure you don't do stuff that's untenable. So you make it work, then you make it fast. That's true. But you don't make it so slow in the beginning that you're trying to rush, where it gets to the point that you have to rewrite the whole thing.
I mean, it's kind of hard to do that. It's kind of hard to do that.
Well, I'm writing Alexa.
I mean, you were getting ready to rewrite the entire Linux front end GUI layer over there.
I didn't ask for like Microsoft to do that, right? I was going to do that personally on the toilet.
No. What I mean is, like you were.
I'm writing Alexa. Okay, Alexa just scans text and makes tokens, right? And I had this thing that I wasn't okay with, and I'm like, all right, I'll just stop for a second. How do I get rid of that? And I got rid of like 40 lines of code. I made it real clean. I compressed it a bit, and this stuff adds up because if you have Alexa that is great, you don't need to think about it later. It's not gonna fuck you up later, like.
Okay, but Alexa also talks to like a million fucking.
I said Alexa,
Even you
not Alexa.
Cultivated my love of StarCraft
and
games
you've written
in general,
compilers,
watching
right?
your stream
Alexa, turn on the lights.
Days of WoW.
Alexa, tokenizer, right?
I know what Alexa is. I thought you were saying Alexa.
Yeah, I was writing Alexa. I'm writing AI, right, to spy on people while they have sex. That's
what you did at Google, Linus.
Yeah. He could have washed the floors at Google. He could have been blowing something in office. Who knows? I don't even trust that you were programming there. You're just like, I don't know, washing people.
Well,
Plus, your shit can't be that hard. You just like use Python and then use some libraries some asshole made. Isn't that what you do?
Yeah,
you say you do that.
Just a fucking Python programmer, dude.
That's not what I do at all.
Okay.
I mostly work with
right.
Java, right? You use like some bean pattern bullshit, something that takes like an hour to compile.
No, beans are pretty old shit. I work with like Kafka, Cassandra, Hadoop, and those technologies, and I write similar technologies.
Wow, that's great.
Yeah.
Are you an asshole there too? Do you like walk up to people and ask them what fucking like the oil on your head is or something, or do you just like get work done?
A bit of both, I guess.
Okay, I'm done with this. Where is Lake Kebab at? Did the Ring of Ascents just not spawn in the fucking towers? Because I read that they did. You can tell Mr. Moon I tried to find this item for him, but I've gone through literally like fucking 4 towers and I haven't found, like I've full cleared like 4 of these towers and I haven't found a single one. So I'm not fucking doing it anymore. We're done.
Notes.
It's true. Look, I've got a whole notes list here, and the first note is. It's not the Linux scheduler, it's the garbage collector.
Yeah,
and also
yeah,
the
it's slow.
software that was
If
written like
if
shit.
you look at any company, right, talking about performance issues with their dumb
Yep.
web app, it's always comes down to the garbage collector. They always talk about.
Wait,
that.
no, it doesn't. No. It comes down to IO. Almost always. It's almost always IO. Just
No, but when
it's
you have
almost
things
always
when you
like
have
sometimes
things, excuse me.
there are
Okay.
cases where garbage collection can get iffy, and that does tend to happen sometimes. But almost always in any web application that's slow as fuck, it's how they're handling IOPS.
Okay,
It's
but
disk
in
and
most
network.
in Go,
It's disk and network.
Great. In Go, you have native concurrency. So
Okay, what does that mean? What does that mean?
It's asynchronous, and they have a thread pool, and then
Yeah, you're pretty close actually. That's pretty close.
Yeah, they have like a thread pool of about 4 threads, I believe, and when something's blocking, they move it to that thread and move everything else out. Like they do.
Well, okay, got a little off on tangent there, but that's okay. You got the basic idea.
Yeah, you're quizzing me, huh?
I'm just seeing what you know.
Okay, wrap this one up because I'm gonna sleep soon. Or you guys can talk in another thing if you want.
Good night, guys.
I'll see you, Jim.
I love you, Jim.
Hi, Destiny.
Hi, what's
Destiny.
Up? What's up, buddy?
I love you, baby.
I love you too, bud.
Yeah, send me nudes, buddy.
You said you were 17, so that sounds like not a good idea.
No, I'm 19. I'm older.
Oh.
I'm old enough.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll,
got a nice face.
That's yeah, okay.
Yeah. Wow, it's crazy that I'm on here.
Yep,
I actually ended up on fucking Destiny's stream, arguing with his gay friend about schedulers.
I don't think Linus is gay, but
I'm a little gay.
I don't mean it that way, you know that.
okay, well.
All right.
Thank you guys for the just the wonderful conversation.
Yeah. Good one.
Do you have any final parting words for anybody?
Yeah. Study up.
I would say keep going and focus on producing working projects and just start applying to jobs because that's probably your best bet. I mean, you've got a lot of good fundamental knowledge, and I think if you got a
one second.
Yeah.
Sorry, 1 second. Shadira, it's a fucking garbage collector. Okay, we solved this. Anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, I think you have a lot of good fundamental knowledge, and I think if you took a little step back from some of your more very strongly held opinions.
No, this is Twitch. Like, you gotta be fucking.
I know.
Because I was watching this.
Yeah, I'm sure you're very different off Twitch, but
you were telling stories about yourself and how good you were and how you like talk to CEOs and how they're all retarded and you're great and all that. And I'm like, all right, this is my opportunity. He's fucking here. He's here.
Yep. And then you'd
oh, wait, sorry. Blam, Kiwi, garbage is memory that you're not using anymore.
Okay, anyway, no more chat. Thanks. All right, I love you guys.
Yeah.
It's been fun. Okay, you guys are good with each other. We've all settled our differences, and okay.
Love you. Bye.
Love you too. Bye. Okay, we're gonna find another streamer to host. That's what we're doing today. I think I spent literally 5 hours today looking for this stupid fucking trinket. So fuck this whole fucking bullshit.
Can someone please get me this dude's LinkedIn page so I can never ever hire him and catch terminal Asperger's?
Oh no. Which ring? Andalin, I'm trying to get like enough for 2 things. So I want to get a second ring of ascent. And I've cleared 4 of these fucking towers. And I haven't gotten a single fucking one. It's just like a huge waste of fucking time. This whole between line dimension is so fucking obnoxious. So, fuck this. If Mr. Moon wants it, he can clear this fucking dimension. Or I can do it with him, but... Is the journey map upgrade that I'm going to get from eating this iron apple, Andalin, is it any good? Or is it just like, I kind of want to clear the whole thing?
So,
what?
So, sorry, 1 second.
What the fuck is this?
All these fucking retards asking me computer science questions. Yes,
Dude,
yeah?
you need to go.
Yeah,
Bobby.
wait,
Your
yeah.
time
Talk,
is done.
talk in
Goodbye.
chat.
Dude, this is my stream now.
No, message him in chat. Drag him out, Dan.
I got him out.
Okay, Jesus. Fuck.
I sent you a message, by the way, Steve.
Okay, hold on. I'm almost.
No rush. It's fine.
Fuck, it's already 2 a.m. Holy shit. Are you happy for that, Dan? Is the payoff worth it?
I thought it was pretty fun.
Yeah. Do you think that guy knew that I was trolling him the whole time, or do you think he thought I was generally on his side?
I don't know. I couldn't tell, but he knew more than I expected him to know. I was actually kind of impressed, but I was also impressed by how much of a. I don't think I've met someone who's that into low-level engineering who's also that into UFC. I think that's a very unique combination.
Yeah, well, that's good. Okay, fuck. I'm almost out of this fucking goddamn shit-ass fucking dimension. Thank you, Lord Jesus. Oh no, it's not. Okay. Why exactly do you want the ring? Because I wanted to get this iron apple thing. Wait, Andalin, is the iron apple any good? What'd you say? What?
I was just curious, how far through this are you?
I don't know. You already have journey map? No. There's this thing that you can get. This apple. Eating this item will unlock advanced mapping. It's called the journey map token. Is this not something new or different? That can't literally just be the normal journey map, right? That would be so stupid. That's all this is? Okay, then I guess I'm literally just working for the achievement. What a waste of time. Fuck me. All right. I love you guys. It's been fun. We're going to cappuccino, pappuccino, cappuccino, 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 cappuccino. My dude, damn, Zerka's still going. What a monster. Yeah, fuck it. Well, it's okay, I guess. All right. I'll see you guys later. Rip on. I love you guys. Have fun. Peace out.
Are you done?
Fuck. Whoops. I just left the fucking.
Hey,
sorry.
you still there?
Yeah, I'm done.
Are you still live or no?
Nope. I'm rating Y.
Oh, okay. I sent you a message, just like.
Yeah, I saw it. We're good. Don't worry.
Okay.
All right. I'll see
my
you.
bad on that.
No.
Yeah.
You're all good. Bye.
Like.